Hey, I got another one for you. And just look at the hole in this line. You could drive a truck right through there. I mean, the refrigerator William Perry could get a first down there. But you know who's going to get their number called for this one? Yeah, that's right, Dr. Ferris. He's like a ligating linebacker. Boom, just like that. And that's why Ferris Orthodontics is going to get the MVP for this one.
Got the tickets?
Yep, I got them right here. I'll see you at 9.
Call GVTC today for our premium Wi-Fi service. Because Wi-Fi dead zones are downright
terrifying.
GVTC, official Wi-Fi of the undead.
Remove your hats. As the Pieper High
And you guys are live.
From Warrior Coliseum on the beautiful campus of Pieper High School, it's Friday night Texas high school football. Tonight, a league matchup in District 13 5A Division II as the Pieper Warriors host the Eagles from Cedar Creek. Hello, and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Paul Alexander, pleased to be working with my partner tonight, Bill Culhane. And Bill, it's just a fact that right now these two teams are looking at the world a little bit differently.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Paul. You look at Pieper playing so well. The Warriors are 5-1 overall, 2-0 in district play, winners of 4 in a row after pulling away from Kerrville-Tybee last week, 43-19. Meanwhile, Cedar Creek continues to fight, but the Eagles are 0-7 overall, 0-3 in district play, losing to Bastrop, their rivals, last Friday, 34-7. Cedar Creek is coached by the very respected Josh Thomas, and we know this. The Eagles will play hard tonight.
There is no doubt about that whatsoever. So Pieper is not only rolling, the Warriors are getting healthier. Tonight marks the return of standout outside linebacker Landon Ashpaw, who's back on the field after missing about a month with a knee injury. Hybrid receiver / quarterback Jake Strachan suffered a groin strain in last week's win over Tybee, but he's expected to be okay. And defensively, Bill, a Warrior defender picked up quite the accolade.
Yeah, Jackson Hopper had quite a night against Kerrville-Tybee. The Pieper safety had a couple of picks, 8 tackles last Friday, and as a result was selected the San Antonio Express News Defensive Player of the Week. That's the first time a Pieper player has won such an honor. And don't forget about Warriors senior quarterback Jake South is just on fire. Threw 3 more touchdown passes last week and now has 20 TD passes on the season against 2. Count them, only 2 interceptions.
What a ratio that is. We're just about set to go, so we'll set tonight's officiating crew for you. The referee is David Eagleton, the umpire Ned Butler. Hugo Bostillos is our head linesman tonight. The line judge is Ron Baggett. The side judge, Andy McCamey. Jeff Spence is the back judge, and the field judge is Pete Hero. The Warrior captains are number 7, Jake Strachan, number 8, Jake South, number 28, Landon Ashpaw, and number 4, defensive lineman David Huntsman. The Warriors are coached by the always prepared Nick Rogers. His offensive coordinator is Adam Ortiega, while Brian Pollard coordinates the defense. Pleasant night for football, and Bill, what a pleasure to be working with you. I know you're somebody who deeply loves Texas high school football. What do you think about this venue here at Pieper? This is pretty nice.
Yeah, first time out here, as you know, Paul, and I'm absolutely blown away. What a facility. You can see the crowd is proud. The Warriors are proud. The Pieper coaching staff, rightfully so proud. You know, administration out here at Pieper High School, they have to be proud of this venue because it is indeed an eye-opener.
Okay, so we're getting into the meat of the season now for the Warriors. You know, they're 5-1 overall, 2-0 in district play. They've got 3 tough games after this one, and this one is not a cakewalk either. So it's getting down to really serious business time here for the Pieper Warriors in their second full year of varsity football. Won 2 games a year ago, and now, Bill, they're going to be fighting for a district championship.
Yeah, and anybody who knows me knows that I'm not superstitious, but I'm a little stitious, and I know that being confident is your friend. Being overconfident can be the enemy, and I've got to believe that this week Coach Rogers' staff, the leaders on the Pieper football team, have been telling the Warriors to be locked in, because I know it's a corny saying, but you could lose on any Friday night if you don't come to play.
Coach Rogers and his staff, as you indicated, really good at keeping their guys centered and balanced and focused, and I would expect nothing else tonight. And what a buzz this is creating in the Pieper community. These people are on fire about this season.
Yeah, when you look, and obviously in preparation for tonight's game, I went back and looked at the story that's already been written on the Pieper football team so far, and to think the only blemish was against an undefeated Wimberley Texan team, that says a lot.
Wimberley team, very powerful,
Oh, yeah.
went all the way to the semifinals a year ago. Okay, so Pieper wastes no time. They won the toss, and they're not going to defer. They want the football. So we're just about set to go as things are really heating up here in District 13 5A Division 2.
Yeah, I know tonight, Paul, we're going to be keeping an eye on games elsewhere because, you know, they all matter, right?
All right, so the Warriors send their kickoff return team onto the field. And that's really a point of emphasis, Bill, in all of their practices. They spend an inordinate amount of time on special teams, and they really take it down to meticulous detail. They really do regard it as 1/3 of the sport.
Well, you can win or lose a lot of football games if you don't take care of special teams, especially when you look ahead, you look down the road, and you get into playoff games. And how many times over the years have we seen games decided by a kickoff return, a punt block, a field goal, a missed extra point?
David Chavez set to kick it off for Cedar Creek, and with that, we're playing the great game. It's a short kick that is fair caught at the 29-yard line, and we'll get our first and immediate look at this very potent Pieper Warriors offense that comes into the game averaging 44 points per game and almost 400 total yards. And they've taken really good care of the football, Bill. On the year, they've only thrown 4 picks and only lost 2 fumbles.
Yeah, that's outstanding job of taking care of the ball. And one thing that I've noticed in watching this Pieper team is they do such a great job of getting the ball to their playmakers, get it to them out in space, let those guys try to do something with it after the catch.
Tight formation from the 30-yard line. Running play coming far side. Ball carrier turns the corner. That's Isaiah Champagne on kind of a jet sweep over there, and he's very close to first down yardage. The line of scrimmage was just shy of the 30, and that will move the chains with a first down right at the 40-yard line.
Mentioned the offensive numbers for Pieper. Conversely, Cedar Creek, they've really struggled this season stopping people.
4-man defensive front for the Eagles. Pass over the middle, complete, good yardage, and into Cedar Creek territory. That's Nolan Doss on the reception. What a year he's having already with 10 touchdown receptions. And this time he gets a first down at the Cedar Creek 45-yard line, and we're just underway here in quarter number 1. South looks right, now comes back over the middle, now lays it off on the left side, so he came all the way across the progression. The receiver is Brady Hopper, who did such a fine job early in the season. Has really kind of emerged as their dominant running back.
Yeah, I mentioned did a nice job of going through his progressions, and also give Hopper credit for being patient, right? He didn't give up on the route. He made himself available, and that's one of those long handoffs I was referring to earlier.
Hopper owned the third quarter in that win at Tybee a week ago tonight. 4-man defensive front for the Eagles. Trips receivers to the far side, slant over the middle intended for Strachan, and it just gets out of his hands. Pass falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, nice job in the back end there by Cedar Creek. It looked like a double Eagle blitz coming up the middle. The Warriors did a nice job of picking up the blitzer, but an even better job in the secondary.
Balance formation, 2 receivers left and right. Hopper, the running back, standing to the left of Jay South. South throws deep over the middle. That's Doss inside the 10. He's going to have a first and goal. They'll mark it around the 7. And Bill, that was a strike that was thrown by Jake South. Tackle finally applied by the free safety, Ivan Lopez.
Yeah, oftentimes the crossing route, the crosser, is the most difficult route for a secondary to deal with. Requires a lot of communication, some athleticism, good execution by the Warriors.
On first and goal. Oh, wow. The Cedar Creek defense makes a statement. Isaiah Champagne with the ball, and he gets tackled for a loss. Very aggressive play made by the Eagles there. And with that, the Warriors quickly to the line of scrimmage on what is second and goal from about the 14-yard line. South, the quarterback, rolls to his right, throws back to his left. They set the screen that direction. That's Strachan inside the 10, inside the 5, going to the pylon. Did he get there? Nope, they're going to mark him just short at about the 1-yard line, and it'll be third and goal from there.
Boy, so far tonight on this drive, the first drive of the game, Pieper has put so much on display, and a well-designed, well-executed play there by Pieper.
Wasting no time on third and goal, and that's Hopper driving toward the goal line, and I think he is stopped short. And if you're wondering what the Eagles, or rather I should say what the Warriors are going to do on fourth down, don't wonder. They're going for it.
Yeah, Tristan Cornwell, what a job by him. Cedar Creek getting in the backfield, wrapping up, waiting for his help to arrive.
Strachan is the quarterback because he's a dual threat. And we'll see what happens on this fourth and goal play from the 1. Strachan to the right side. And look at this. He's brought down for a loss. And what a stand by the Cedar Creek defense, led by dog linebacker Tristan Cornwell. And, man, what a statement that was. Now, what do we have going on the field right now?
Don't see a flag down on the field.
I'm looking for a flag, and I don't see one. In the meantime, Strachan comes off and takes his helmet off, and he may have taken a lick on that. Okay, so Cedar Creek lined up offside.
Boy,
So that's going to be half the distance, and we'll repeat fourth down. And with that, the Warriors put some big people in the game, including tight end Evan Drake, who is also a wide receiver. He is a very versatile player. So it's fourth and goal from the 1-yard line. Warriors trying to get on the scoreboard first. Motion to trips on the near side. South into the end zone, fade route. Receiver turns for the ball and can't make the play, and that was Evan Drake, the man we were just referencing. So, Bill, let's say this. Obviously, this has been a tough year for Cedar Creek. They go in 0-7 and 0-3, but to come up with a stand like that, that tells you that they came to play.
Well, and giving Pieper an extra down. They're an extra opportunity. So you're exactly right. Josh Thomas and his team have to be elated right now. The bad news, though, you have 99 yards in front of you offensively for Cedar Creek.
Against a very aggressive Warrior defense.
We'll have to keep an eye on Strachan as well. He's a big piece of what the Warriors try to do offensively.
Tight formation, they just try to wedge it out, and they don't get very far at all. Ball comes loose, but I think that was after the whistle. And it appears the sophomore, Blaze Orr, gets the start at quarterback tonight for the Eagles. Earlier in the year, a junior quarterback, Dylan Doobie, was the starter, but they're kind of going with a youth movement right now. And we'll keep an eye on Orr, who comes into the game having thrown for 208 yards this year with a TD and an INT.
Clearly important here for Cedar Creek. Even if you don't get the first down, you've got to get some yardage, give some room for your punt team.
Play fake, pass over the middle. It's complete initially, or we thought it was, but it came out. It's incomplete. It was intended for the tight end, Mason Thomas, who may be, at least in the film that I watched this week, may be their best offensive player.
Yeah, he is, and usually sure-handed. It looked like a catchable ball there. Easy for me to say. I'm up here in the comfort of a 72 degrees, press box, but big third down here for Cedar Creek. Again, at least have to get some yardage here.
Pass right sideline, and there is a flag there, and it looked like it was offside, encroachment on the part of the defense here, so that was essentially a free play, and they took a shot.
Yeah, big play there, right? I mean, now if you're Cedar Creek, even if you don't move the ball another inch, at least you are giving your punt team a little bit of room. I know those Cedar Creek would like to move the chains here, obviously.
Okay, so after the offside penalty, we'll repeat third down, and it's now 3rd and 5. Eagles operating from the one-back gun with 2 receivers to either side. 3-man defensive front for Pieper. Play clock at 13. Safeties creeping up for Pieper. Linebackers as well, they're bringing the heat. Here they come. Pass far side, it's incomplete. They were trying to throw the hitch to the far side. It was intended for Dakota Baker, but that failed to make connection. And with that, the Eagles are going to have to punt. And Bill, you would figure that the Warriors are going to get the ball in outstanding field position.
Yeah, no doubt. Go back to the play itself. And one thing a young quarterback has to learn is don't speed the game up. Even though Pieper was bringing the house on that play, you still have to take a breath, make an accurate throw.
David Dubee, the punter, standing back near the end line, gets it away. It is caught on the run by Jackson Hopper, the fine return man and strong safety, and last week's Express News Area Defensive Player of the Week, and he makes a fine return. And with that, boy, the Warriors are just in great shape inside the 20-yard line at the 17.
Yeah, go back to the first drive of the game when Pieper went for it on 4th and goal. I think for me, that's testimony that Nick Rogers has a lot of confidence in his defense to come up with a stop, and knowing that if the defense did stop Cedar Creek, it would predictably be really good field position, and look what we're looking at.
Well, he has every reason to be confident in that defense because they have played outstanding football over the last 4 or 5 weeks. South, the quarterback, under pressure, and in fact it's going to be brought down back at the 24-yard line. And right now we are seeing a manly effort on the part of this Cedar Creek defense, that time led by Will linebacker Eduardo Macedo, along with senior defensive end Kevon Houston.
Yeah, Cedar Creek bringing extra numbers, right? And Pieper going to have to make an adjustment.
That's a loss, I should say, of 6 yards, 2nd and 16. Trips receivers to the far side. South looks that way, now throws it into the seam. It's caught and advanced inside the 5, down around the lip of the cup is the big receiver we were just talking about, Evan Drake. 1st and goal, Pieper.
Drake does a tremendous job of finding the window, and South an even better job of identifying the open receiver. It looked like South had 2 options on that throw. Big gain.
Gain of 23, 1st and goal. And it's the quarterback draw, read, keep, and that's South trying to get into the end zone, and he does so with his 2nd effort. And we've got our first score of the night with 7:20 remaining here in the first quarter, and the Warriors now leading by a score of 6-0.
Great penetration by Cedar Creek, but you've got to wrap up when you get there. You've got to finish the deal, and yeah, give credit to South, showing some strength there, able to wiggle out of the tackle and get to the promised land.
As they often do, the Warriors will go for 2. South throws into the end zone, and this is batted down, and this is something that doesn't happen very often. It's rare that they're unsuccessful when going for 2. 7:20 remaining, quarter number 1. Our score, Pieper 6, Cedar Creek nothing. Back in just a moment right here on the Warriors Sports Network.
Hey, I got another one for you. And just look at the hole in this line. You could drive a truck right through there. I mean, the refrigerator William Perry could get a first down there. But you know who's going to get their number called for this one? Yeah, that's right, Dr. Ferris. He's like a ligating linebacker. Boom, just like that. And that's why Ferris Orthodontics is going to get the MVP for this one.
And you're live.
Back at Warriors Coliseum,
All right, sorry about that.
and after driving 17 yards off a big punt return in 3 plays, The Warriors score. They lead at 6-0. The try for two did not succeed. Here's an onside kick attempt, perfectly executed. Bill, that's so beautiful. They got exactly the hop they wanted. Now, we have a Warrior carrying the ball into the end zone, but I don't know if he was marked down prior to that. But still, however you look at it, Bill, that was a gorgeous onside kick.
Yeah, I don't know that the kicker could have thrown the ball out there any better. You could see the Cedar Creek kickoff return unit guy kind of hesitate, and he who hesitates is in trouble. And it's a spot play. Pieper will take possession from where the ball was recovered. You can't advance an onside kick. Now, the officials are getting together asking, was the ball touched prior to traveling 10 yards? And I thought it was clearly
I thought it was
beyond
clean.
10
I thought
yards.
it was clean. I agree. By the
Okay.
way, that was a great play made on that recovery on the fly by Jordan Grant.
Yeah, of course, the crowd got all fired up because the Warriors were off to the races to run it back. And I've got to believe that that's the only conversation that could be taking place. My lip reading skills, Paul, they left me a long time ago. What about you?
I never had any to begin with.
Okay, fair enough. But to your point, that was an outstanding onside kick.
So we've got a lengthy conversation going on among this officiating crew led by the referee David Eagleton.
You know, I'm kind of at the 45, and I had a pretty good look at it. It wasn't touched by a Pieper player prior to the player who recovered it.
Bill, I think you're exactly right. I mean, that looked perfectly clean to me, and that was kind of a long hop, high hop off the turf, and it looked like it was clearly beyond that 10-yard barrier.
Yeah, that's the big bounce you want on an onside kick.
Well, at any rate, the Warrior offense is on the field, and they're going to try to add to their 6-0 lead with 7:13 remaining here in the opening period. It has taken a while to straighten this out.
Yeah, big break in special teams. Earlier we were talking about the three phases: win defense, win offense, but win the special teams battle as well. That qualifies as a big special teams play.
All right, so officially the Warriors' ball, and it's spotted at the Eagle 48-yard line. South is the quarterback, and we're talking about that ridiculous touchdown to interception ratio that he has this year. He's thrown 20 touchdowns against only 2 picks.
Yeah, taking care of the football, right? You gave the turnover numbers earlier, Paul, and that is a part of the formula to win football games.
Warrior offense has turned it over a total of only 6 times on the season.
Yeah, coming into the game, we knew that one of the ways that Cedar Creek would pull off the upset or have a chance to pull off the upset is to win the turnover battle. Recovering an onside kick, that in my book is a turnover.
It can be very demoralizing to the team that gives it up, that's for sure. So we've got stacked tandem receivers to the near side in Champagne and Strachan. Running play on first down, and that's Brady Hopper, who gets back to the line of scrimmage, but not quite. Officially loses 1 yard. It'll be 2nd and 11.
Again, Cedar Creek doing a nice job at the point of attack, filling gaps.
This Cedar Creek defense is competing for sure, and this is a defense that came in giving up 46 points a game. 2nd and 11. Motion to the near side. South pulls it down, now throws over the middle, has a man complete. That's Jake Strachan inside the 40 down to the Cedar Creek 38-yard line.
I know Warrior fans happy to see Strachan back out there. Remember the first drive of the game, got a little dinged up. Big piece again of what the Warriors try to accomplish offensively.
That'll clear for the first down. From the 38, 3 receivers to the near side. Now they bring Champagne in motion to the far side. South looks that way, but now he goes back to the hook route underneath. It's complete to Jake Strachan, and Strachan, actually that's Nolan Doss on the reception this time. Quite the athlete, and he's got another Pieper Warrior first down.
Yet again, I feel like a broken record, but the Warrior receivers do such a nice job of making themselves available, finding voids in the secondary, sitting down, making themselves presentable to the quarterback.
1st and 10 from the 22. South with time. Now comes to the near side, pulls the trigger, and has a man on the sideline down around the 10-yard line, and that's Isaiah Champagne on the reception. And what a difference he's made since he has joined this varsity. As you know, there was a question about his eligibility early in the regular season, had to sit out some games, but the Warriors contested that. They won, and then they put Champagne back into the lineup, and he has been lightning in a bottle. 27 catches for almost 300 yards and 3 touchdowns.
First down, Warriors.
From just outside the 10, Eagles showing blitz. Here they come. South throws it to the near side. Pass falls incomplete. Intended there for Isaiah Champagne, the junior receiver that we were just referencing.
Tristan Cornwell, Cedar Creek outside linebacker, coming off the edge unblocked and had a free shot at South, the quarterback. South does a nice job of standing in there and delivering the football.
Line of scrimmage officially the 13. 2nd and 10 following the interception. They just swing it out to Hopper there on the far side, and he cracks down around the 5. And with that, the Warriors will be looking at a 3rd and about 2.
Great blocking out on the edge by the Pieper wide receivers, providing a lane to cut up back inside to. Really nice job.
South from the empty set this time. Oh, they fake the jet sweep, and it's a walk-in for the quarterback, Jake South.
Cedar Creek loses contain. Good ball fake there by Pieper's quarterback, South, right? Was able to hold the ball on his hip. Now you see it, now you don't. I'm headed to the promised land.
As we've seen it the last couple of weeks, Jake can run the ball, known primarily as a passer, averaging 273 yards a game, but he is a threat when he's running with that big body down in the red zone. Another 2-point conversion here as the Warriors go chasing the points they didn't get on the other unsuccessful 2-point attempt. Nevertheless, that extends the lead to 12-0 Pieper with 5 minutes remaining in the first. We'll be back in just a moment right here on the Warriors Sports Network.
Got the tickets?
Yep, I got them right here. I'll see you at 9.
Call GVTC today for our premium Wi-Fi service. Because Wi-Fi dead zones are downright
Terrifying.
GVTC, official Wi-Fi of the undead.
And you guys are live.
Back at Warriors Coliseum with 5 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. And the Warriors have already scored 2 touchdowns, but they have failed on both 2-point conversion attempts. So it's a 12-0 game with Pieper set to kick it off and Daniel Miranda handling the honors for the Warriors.
Remember that drive all started with the recovered onside kick.
Beautifully executed. Here's Miranda's kick. It's going to be taken at about the 17-yard line and returned to the near side, and a really nice job there by the coverage team, led by Hector Rodriguez. What a nice tackle that was.
Yeah, a nice job in kickoff coverage, right? Everybody staying in their lane, squeezing the kickoff returner, not giving him a lane to cut back up into. Right now, Pieper's looking like a focused football team, well-coached, well-disciplined football team. As you know, Paul, this is the first time I've seen the Warriors up close and personal.
They are impressive. and they're trying to extend their district record to 3-0. On first down from the 23, pass play to a wide open receiver who just hooked up right there in that zone. That's going to be a first down. That was Dakota Baker on the reception, and a nice job of reading that defense by the sophomore quarterback, Blaze Orr.
Yeah, you would think that Pieper's defense probably sees that play a lot in practice during the week, right?
Guaranteed. So that clears for the first down out at the Cedar Creek 39-yard line. Two receivers to either side. Running back standing to the left of the quarterback. Now they motion Mason Thomas across the formation. Running play on first down. It cracks across the 40-yard line out to about the 41 or 2 for a gain of about 3.
Now we have a late flag, some after the whistle shenanigans going on. Didn't really get a good look at it, but something happened.
We've got an unsportsmanlike penalty on the Warriors. That will not make Coach Nick Rogers happy at all, as it's a big walk-off and will give the Eagles a first down.
Yeah, you never want to give the other guys anything, right? And situation like this, it moves the ball into Pieper's territory, gives a little bit of momentum to this Eagles offense after completing the big pass.
All the way down to the 43-yard line. Warriors may be showing blitz, and they're twitching a little bit. Play clock at 16. Tight end and 2 receivers to the near side. Running play, not going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Going to be tackled for a loss. That's Devin James, the junior running back, who's their leading rusher coming into this ball game.
It looked like David Huntsman, one of the guys getting into the backfield. A little bit of housekeeping here. The previous touchdown drive for the Warriors, 6 plays, 48 yards, took 2:13 off the first quarter clock, and South with his second touchdown run of the game from 4 yards out in this case.
By the way, that was Huntsman's 4th tackle for a loss this season.
Yeah, he spends a lot of time in the offensive backfield, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. Kind of lives there. 3-man defensive front for the Warriors. On second down, they got a wide open receiver, and they have a touchdown. That was a beautifully designed play, and they take that one to the house. That was Dakota Baker on the touchdown reception.
I'm not sure if that was miscommunication in the secondary where the safety thought he was handing off the receiver to another safety back there, but miscommunication. But you hit the nail on the head, Paul. That was a heck of a throw and a heck of a route ran by Cedar Creek.
And that's 44 yards on the touchdown reception. David Chavez on to attempt the PAT, and he puts it through. Now keep in mind that the Warriors, while they've scored 2 touchdowns, they failed on 2 two-point conversion attempts, so that 1-pointer there is kind of a big deal, Bill.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, you don't have to be a math major to understand that.
It's a good thing that I don't have to be a math major.
Right? But let me add this, and you and I talked about it. A Josh Thomas coach football team, you knew there wasn't going to be any white flag waving tonight from the Eagles, and that's been on display so far in this football game.
And by the way, we want to thank Coach Thomas. He and his staff and everybody at Cedar Creek High School could not have been more courteous to us when we were asking and requesting information this week. I mean, professionals, really, really nice folks.
Yeah, as you know, I'm from that part of the world, and yeah, Coach Thomas has a tremendous reputation. Of course, Nick Rogers, Coach Rogers for Pieper in the same conversation, real quality people.
Both gentlemen.
That was a 44-yard pass over to Baker. 4 plays, 78 yards, took a $146 off the first quarter clock.
And even though the receiver was wide open, I was really impressed by the throw by Blaze Orr. He put that one on the money. Here's the kickoff. It's going to head out of bounds. So the Warriors will take the football, leading by 5 at 12-7 with 3:04 remaining here in the opening period.
Obviously, Cedar Creek understands that Pieper has good in special teams, really good kickoff return, but not exactly how Cedar Creek drew it up there to kick it out of bounds and let Pieper start with relatively excellent field position.
Pretty good field position for sure at their 39-yard line. Evan Drake stays in the ball game at one of the wide receiver positions.
Drake had an outstanding block on the previous drive, a kick-out block against the corner.
He's like a power forward in shoulder pads. That is a big dude. Four-man defensive front for the Eagles. Motion by Doss across the formation. South throws near side, and the pass falls incomplete. The intended receiver, Isaiah Champagne, but outstanding coverage applied by the dog linebacker, Tristan Cornwell.
I don't know if you've kept count, Paul, but you have said Cornwell's name a lot here in the first quarter.
You know, when we were looking at video of Cedar Creek this week, he kind of jumped off the screen at you a little bit. Really a good athlete.
Yeah, he's around the football.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10. South just pitches it forward, and that's John Hamilton on what is officially a reception, and he scratches out a few yards out across the 40 to about the 41, but it's still going to be 3rd and long for the Warriors.
Pieper accustomed offensively to being on schedule, being ahead of the chains. Be interesting to see this 3rd down and long, as much as Pieper's offense, but also Cedar Creek's defense. Can the Eagles' defense find a way to get off the football field?
3rd and 8. 3 receivers to the near side. The Eagles bring a blitz. There is a flag. South is sacked back at the 30-yard line. Now we'll find out what the flag is all about, but that's Tristan Cornwell yet again.
Yeah, there was an Eagle, this right defensive end, lined up in the neutral zone. You know, you ask yourself, how do you struggle, right? Well, giving the other guys extra opportunities. You've got to check yourself, or if you're inside or even outside of that guy, you've got to be communicating with your teammate. Back one, something.
So that turns 3rd and 8 into 3rd and 3.
That turns a punt.
46-yard line.
That turns a punt into 3rd down and 3. Yeah, you get to the quarterback, you're feeling good, and give them 5.
Tight formation by the Warriors. Eagles showing blitz. South throws near side. That is complete to John Hamilton, who gets the ball into Cedar Creek territory and appears to have the 1st down at the Eagle 48, and yes, he does.
Yeah, big sequence in this football game. Let's write that down in the baby book, and we'll go back in the after action when this game's over and remember this sequence here.
Another tight formation for the Warriors. They haven't shown a whole lot of that this year. South with the play fake wants to throw, goes over the middle and overthrows his intended receiver, Strachan, but they also had a deeper receiver. They were trying to get a high-low on the safety, and they just failed to make connections there.
Yeah, you run that bunch formation, trying to create chaos, miscommunication in the defense, trying to have Cedar Creek mix up the exchange, and Pieper not able to execute the pass.
2nd and 10 from the Eagle 48. Cedar Creek again showing blitz. They bring it off the edge on the right side. South wants to throw, has a man, that's Doss, and he appears to have the 1st down inside the 40, down around the 37 or 38-yard line.
I'm not sure if that was the play call or if that was South pre-snap read, but Cedar Creek was running a corner blitz, and Pieper rolls the pocket away from the pressure, and good pass, good catch.
Nicely done. 1st and 10 from the Eagle 38. South comes to the near side, sets up, throws, has a man, that's Doss, got an easy completion down inside the 30, down around the 27-yard line. And as he goes out of bounds, that stops the clock with 52 seconds left here in the 1st quarter.
We take another look at that, and what a job by South. He's a right-handed quarterback, rolling to his left, got his shoulders turned, nice pass.
On 1st down, wide receiver screen, that's Doss again. He's got another 1st down inside the 15-yard line, but we'll see what that yellow flag is all about lying there on the far sideline.
Yeah, late flag, right? The ball carrier had already passed the point of, was that the side judge over there?
May have been an illegal block or a hold, since that was essentially a wide receiver screen.
Yeah. Good eyes, Paul.
Holding against the Warriors.
Don't ever ask me to do that again, okay? My eyes have reached their quota for tonight. That's it. No more work for my eyes.
You're batting 1,000, so you're going to call it quits.
I'm sitting down now.
Hey,
that's right.
Speaking of confidence, I like it.
Walk-off is all the way back to the 38-yard line. So it's 1st and 20. Warriors trying to add to their 12-7 lead. South throws near side. It's a low pass, but it's scooped up there by Doss, who has just marvelous hands. We mentioned the fact that he also is a big play receiver. Goes into the game with 10 TD receptions, and Bill, get this, averaging 20.5 yards per catch.
Yeah, that's the definition of a big play receiver, and he does have some sticky on him, doesn't he? Now that pass, because it was low, it kind of led Doss into the boundary where he couldn't catch the ball, turn upfield, and try to make a play.
They get the penalty yardage back, so it's 2nd and 10 now. South wants to throw under pressure from behind and is going to be brought down. And yeah, that is a sack back at the 32-yard line. What a nice play by the cornerback who comes up and makes the sack. That's the senior, Granger Suarez.
All right, defensive coordinator Jeremiah Granado for Cedar Creek has been dialing up the pressure tonight. Cedar Creek, I guess, this past week saw something on film, and they're bringing numbers at Pieper.
Clock running, and that's going to be the last play of the first quarter. We have played 12 minutes here at Warriors Coliseum, and our score after one, Pieper 12, Cedar Creek 7. Back with quarter number 2 in just a moment right here on the Warriors Sports Network.
All right, you guys are back.
Back for quarter number 2 here at Warrior Coliseum. Paul Alexander, just delighted to be working with Bill Culhane. And during the commercial break, we're both looking at each other like, what has gotten into this Cedar Creek defense? They have been nasty.
Yeah, no doubt. I mentioned Coach Granado in his 2nd season at Cedar Creek, and he's bringing the pressure, bringing numbers, and let's see what adjustments Pieper can make throughout the course of the 2nd quarter and beyond, because right now Pieper having difficulty protecting South.
We'll see right now here on 3rd and 15. One back shotgun for the Warriors. Cedar Creek with the blitz. South sets his feet, throws deep down the middle, and overthrows slightly his intended receiver, Isaiah Champagne, at the goal line.
There again. I feel like a broken record, but Cedar Creek bringing a blitzer up the middle. Now, difference is Pieper did pick up the blitzer, but it sped the play up. Maybe South felt a little uncomfortable. There was traffic around his feet. Good job in the secondary, incidentally, as well, running stride for stride.
4th and 15, and here we go. Trips receivers to the far side. One back shotgun. South, the quarterback. Again, pressure coming off the edge. South is hit as he throws, gets it away along the right sideline, the near sideline, intended for Evan Drake, but that was outstanding coverage applied by Joseph Redmond for Cedar Creek.
Yeah, only a sophomore. Did a nice job of staying in the hip pocket of the Pieper receiver. What a big moment there for Cedar Creek.
You know, let's be honest about this. We always want to do this. You look at comparative stats going into this game, and they're pretty lopsided. But this has been a more than competitive football game, and right now the Eagles are giving the Warriors all they can handle.
It's Friday the 13th.
I took note of that. And we may be seeing a manifestation of that. 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line. Running play off left guard on 1st down. And on that 1st down play, the ball carrier is Devin James, the junior, and as I mentioned, the Eagles' leading receiver on this rusher, I should say, on the season. Gain of about 2, so it's 2nd and 8, just underway here in quarter number 2, with the Warriors leading by a score of 12-7.
Last time the Eagles had the ball, they went 78 yards in 4 plays for a touchdown.
On a 44-yard touchdown pass. 2nd and 8, three-man defensive front for the Warriors. Quarterback comes near side, gets it away, but the receiver is upended immediately. That was Mason Thomas on the reception.
Upended by number 13, Jackson Hopper.
And he was knocked down by that outstanding star linebacker. He kind of plays that middle safety to 3-3-5, talking about Jackson Hopper, who last week had 2 interceptions and 8 solo tackles and was the Express News Area Defensive Player of the Week. Nice play there.
Yeah, talking about guys with a nose for the football, you watch Pieper on film and Hopper just explodes off the screen. He's in every frame, sideline to sideline.
From the 35-yard line. 3 receivers to the far side. Blaze Orr, the quarterback, looks on the slant coming to the near side, has a man complete to Cade Masters, and he fights out close to first down yardage. We'll see exactly where they spot the ball, but that was a good throw and a very courageous catch. And yeah, that will clear for the first down out at the 44-yard line.
Yeah, did a nice job of getting inside the defender, and you said it, Paul. Not only does Masters make the catch, that's great, but then he remembered to get north-south and go get the first down.
Very alert and determined running after the catch.
No doubt.
That's Mason Thomas setting up as the wing on the right side. Running play right up the gut, Devin James. And he gets the ball across the midfield stripe down to about the 49.
Now the big fellas up front starting to move people. Jerry New, offensive lineman, getting out there.
They do have a returning first-team all-district offensive lineman in the person of senior center Hector Arredondo.
Yeah, that was New, the right guard, who I saw there. 5-6 yards downfield, hat on hat kind of stuff.
2nd and 3 following that 7-yard gain. Orr takes the snap, throws far side and misfires. It was intended out there for Roy Rose, so it'll be 3rd and 3.
It looks like Pieper's corners are giving a little bit of cushion here to Cedar Creek's receivers. That's a pass that Cedar Creek going to have to complete that.
You know what? With the wide hash marks, though, in high school and college football, that ball was in the air a long way.
No doubt about it, and that's a tough throw for anybody, let alone a relatively inexperienced quarterback.
Tight end and 2 receivers to the far side. On 3rd and 3, Orr takes the snap, rolls to the far side, looking downfield, throws it, and I think they missed connections, or are they going to call that a catch?
An outstanding grab.
Oh, man, they're having a conversation, but the conversation is he caught the football, and what a catch that was.
No doubt. Orr was on a full sprint, as you see here, and talk about making a throw where your feet aren't set. You're really not in a good body position to deliver the football.
That was R.J. Torres on that outstanding catch that gives the Eagles a first down at the Pieper 42-yard line.
Boy, nice play, sophomore.
Yes, it was. Orr just swings it out right side. It's complete to his running back, Devin James, who makes one man miss. And Bill, there's no question they have a little rhythm going offensively right now.
There's no doubt about it. You know, momentum, right? Everybody says momentum there. Mason Thomas, the tight end, looked like he blocked 2 Warriors, at least obstructed a couple of Warriors from getting in on the play.
And another gain of 7, setting up another 2nd and 3. Warriors showing blitz immediately. Now they back out of it. Orr looks to the far side to get the play with the play clock now down to 7. Here comes the blitz. Orr to the near side, has his eyes downfield, now crosses the line of scrimmage and wisely slides down just inside the 30-yard line.
This drive for Cedar Creek is well over 4 minutes and counting. And, you know, I don't claim to be, you know, some football savant, but if you have the ball, the other team's not scoring on offense.
Yeah,
right now, South and his guys are on the sideline.
Yeah, that ball control thing is central to their game plan going in. So Orr started his slide at the 31, so that's the line of scrimmage. James is the running back, and he gets the ball, and he's got a pretty good gain right over left guard, and a really nice job of taking off by this Eagle offensive line. And Bill, you were naming their names. I mean, Hector Arredondo, the center, the left guard, Felipe Constante, and the right guard, Jerry New. They're getting it done.
They sure are. And what a good mix of pass and run by offensive coordinator Jeff Neely. A really experienced coach. There's not much he hasn't seen. And right now he's in a rhythm as a play caller. More important to him, his guys are executing.
2nd and 6 with the ball at the 27, and the ball placed on the near hash mark. Orr throws left side, out route, and they just missed connections with the intended receiver, Cade Masters.
3rd down.
3rd down, such an important down. 3rd down conversions, one of the first things I look at in watching a football game.
You know, Orr has made some nice passes tonight, but he has been more effective when he's working between the hashes as opposed to outside the numbers.
Yeah, I would agree, and I think you could say that about a lot of quarterbacks.
This is the 11th play of this drive.
Well, it's over 5 minutes, this drive, if my math is right.
3 receivers to the near side. They throw the screen that direction. It's complete to Cade Masters, and he looks like he's got the first down around the 20-yard line. We'll see officially where they mark the ball, but yeah, they are moving the chains.
Yeah, coaches ask you, how are you going to impact the football game? Right now, Mason Thomas isn't serving as a pass catcher, but another case there where he's outside, he's applying a block and opening things up for his teammate.
Michael Potts checks into the ballgame for the Warriors at one of the defensive line positions. Blitz, safety blitz. And yet they find a way to kind of beat the blitz. They get the ball down to the 15-yard line. That's Devin James.
Yeah, right up the middle, right? Yeah, you've got your all-district center doing a lot of work up front right now if you're Cedar Creek. If you have a really good offensive lineman, use him.
Gain of 5. So they've been doing a really nice job on first down.
No doubt about it. That's how you stay ahead of the chains, right? That's how you make your play caller feel good, look good.
From the 11, Eagles trailing by 5 at 12-7. Under 6 minutes to play in the half, and another tough run by Devin James. Runs over a guy and then spins away for another one, and is finally brought down by the strong safety, Chris Vivians, who had such a great game last week at Kerrville-Tivy.
13-yard line.
I think right now Josh Thomas is looking over at Jeff Neely, and he's saying, you have 2 plays to get 2 yards.
No doubt. Line of scrimmage is the Warrior 13. And they're wisely bleeding the play clock here, which is now down to 7. They'll just wedge it forward with the quarterback sneak, kind of their version of the tush push there.
Say that fast 5 times.
Tush push. I'm going to leave it at 1.
Okay, thank you.
Not going to press my luck.
So, again, you know, Coach Neely, he gets the nod from Coach Thomas, understanding that if we don't pick it up on 3rd down, as long as a disaster doesn't happen, we're going to go for it on 4th down.
And it'll be 4th and 1. And think about this. Cedar Creek in position to take the lead and maybe lead going into the locker room at halftime. What an effort this has been.
Yeah, who would have thunk it, right?
Great coaching job. Great coaching job.
Yeah, and now there'll be a timeout here. It is a big 4th down.
Well, I think they wisely take the timeout. This is your opportunity.
Right.
You want to make sure everybody's here on the same page.
Here. You've come too far. This drive, 7.5 minutes. You haven't exactly marched the length of the field, but you've come a long way. You want to make sure that all 11 understand what's expected on this play.
This is a Cedar Creek offense that goes into the ballgame averaging just 16 points per game, but they have been very efficient and proficient offensively here in the first half.
And maybe the law of recency, it's because of what's taken place on this drive, but Cedar Creek has been able to mix in the run along with the pass. And an offense that's able to move the ball, running the football and through the air, that's a dangerous beast.
Bill, this just jumps out at me because they have done, as you said, such a great job running the football here in the first half. They went into this game averaging only 50 rushing yards per game. 50, 5-0.
Yeah. And it feels like they have that on this drive.
It does.
On your feet, Warrior fans. Let's hear it.
Well, here we go on 4th and 1. Warrior crowd getting excited from under center. Orr will take the snap. He'll give it to the tailback. Hit at about the 11. Let's see where they mark it. That was Devin James on the carry again. And he had an initial surge going over right tackle. The weak side linebacker just returning to action. Landon Ashpaw, who's missed about a month with a knee injury, makes a big play there. And right now, it looks like he was short, and that turns it over on downs. And the Pieper Warrior defense stands up tall.
Boy, remember, that little mini sequence started as a 3rd down and 2. And so not only did Pieper stand up big defensively on 4th down, but the job they did on 3rd down, and tough break for Cedar Creek, no doubt about that.
And this Warrior offense and Jake South, they have time to operate with 4:09 left in the half. And the Warriors leading by 5 at 12-7. South looks left side, intended for Champagne. Okay, just missed connections, but if he catches that ball, that's over.
Yeah, it's PAT time, or
it is.
2-point conversion time, I guess, in Piper's case.
Always, it seems.
Yeah, if you get that wide receiver running that slant route and he gets across the face of the defender who's a little flat-footed, see you later, alligator.
Especially if you get that receiver doing that. Mr. Champagne is something special. 2nd and 10, following that incompletion. South, the quarterback, sets his feet, throws, near side, it's complete, out at about the 12-yard line. And on the reception is the running back, Brady Hopper.
Hopper does a nice job of keeping his feet. He got a shoulder a couple of different occasions on that play and was able to stay upright.
7 yards on the carry.
You have to be able to run through contact, and that's exactly what Hopper did on that play.
In addition to being a great runner, Hopper has been an effective receiver. Came into this game with 116 receiving yards, including a TD. 3rd and a long 3. South from the empty set. It's that jet pitch forward, officially a completed pass, and this time Hopper is upended, and once again, just an excellent job of coming up by this Eagles secondary.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good eye discipline by Cedar Creek defensively. If you get caught staring at the football and chasing ghosts, you'll be in trouble against Piper's offense.
And here's something you don't see very often at all, a Warrior punt. And understand this, don't be 100% sure that this is going to be a Warrior punt, because we've seen fakes in exactly this situation, in exactly this field position. Strachan fumbles the football. It's rolling around inside the 10. He picks it up, but now he retreats. He better come forward a little bit. He does, trying to turn the corner, and he gets out across the 10-yard line. But wow, things going in a kind of shaky fashion right now for the Pieper Warriors.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Strachan got caught as the deep snap's coming, if he got caught with his eyes going up a little bit to see where the pressure was coming. Here's what I thought, Paul. When he picked up the ball and turned over his left shoulder, I thought he was still going to attempt to punt it out of there, which was an option.
Probably wishes he had done that. So we've seen some really uncharacteristic lapses here on the part of the Pieper Warriors here in the first half.
Where's that calendar? What day is it today? Friday?
I think
Friday?
I heard my partner say something about this superstitious Friday the 13th thing.
My goodness.
From the 10-yard line. And on 1st down, once again, that's Devin James. He's stacked up by the middle of that Warrior defense. Clock running with 2:52 remaining before halftime, and once again the Eagles with a solid chance to take the lead going into the locker room.
If you could read Josh Thomas's mind right now, I bet he's thinking if he had what he wanted, the last play of this half would be Cedar Creek scoring the ball.
You know, we're all human beings, and young human beings especially are young human beings, but the way they've been able to keep their focus despite the fact they were winless going into this game is really remarkable. Orr throws it into the end zone, going on the fade, and fails to connect with Cade Masters.
Yeah, had some pressure coming, but definitely needed to put more air under that, give his receiver an opportunity to go up and high point it.
Number 15.
That's the thing, right? It doesn't matter football, basketball, soccer, doesn't matter the sport, but that's the difficulty that a younger player has, is slowing the game down, because everything is going to naturally speed up anyway.
From about the 7-yard line, Orr, the quarterback, claps for the snap, goes to the far side, got a man open, but it's incomplete and almost intercepted. I'm not second guessing anybody, but they had a guy shallow and a guy deep in the end zone, and the shallow guy was probably there.
Yeah, you know what I wonder, Paul? Again, young guy, veteran guy. I wonder if the receiver at the back of the end zone was his first read and he locked in on that and didn't go through his progression, because if he does check down to that shallow crosser, it's probably a touchdown.
Sure looked like it. And that was a 3rd down incompletion. So on 4th down, the Eagles will go for 3. This will be a 25-yard field goal attempt by David Chavez. It's down cleanly and on its way. And it's good. So once again, the Eagles being surprisingly effective offensively, and they get 3 points out of this one. And with that, they close the gap to just 2 at 12-10 with exactly 2 minutes remaining in the first half.
And let's not forget, right, the field goal is set up by the special teams miscue of Pieper. So we've had 2 special teams miscues, Mr. Important 1/3, that have had an impact on this football game.
We have. We also have seen a perfectly executed onside kick. So special teams overall having a big impact on this game.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And both coaches, I know Coach Rogers, Coach Thomas, both would say, and they said it all week to their teams, that you have to be good in that 3rd.
Dawson and Lancaster are going to be the 2 deep return men for the Warriors.
Give Pieper's defense some credit there, because after the before-mentioned issue on the punt, Pieper's defense holds Cedar Creek 2 yards on 4 plays, did take 1:05 off the 2nd quarter clock before the 35-yard field goal.
So Pieper has some time to do something with the football. There's 2 minutes left, and the Warriors still have all 3 of their first half timeouts.
Yeah, that's what I was referring to for Coach Thomas. Again, if he had an early Christmas present, he would have wanted Cedar Creek to be scoring the ball on the final play of the half. He doesn't get his wish granted. Now Cedar Creek's defense going to have to step up.
Here's the kickoff. Comes down out of bounds. And this is something that, we've really been talking about, is how thinking has changed on kickoffs now. I mean, you seldom see anybody kick away anymore. I mean, almost never.
Yeah, pooch kick is the thing, right? If you have a kid out there, you're watching, listening, get him in the backyard. Don't have him boom it away. Do the pooch kick. And you're exactly right. I almost wondered if that was an attempted onside kick. Yes,
well, you can make a case for it, sure.
I see some nods here in the booth.
I think it just carried out of bounds.
Yeah. And now, obviously, brilliant statement I'm going to make, sets up Pieper with outstanding field position.
At the Eagle 48-yard line. Warriors trying to add to their 2-point lead at 12-10.
Hopper a little late getting out there.
Finally gets set up as a slot man on the far side, and now motions back into the backfield, standing to the left of the quarterback, Jake South. And we got a whistle.
Yeah, movement. Interior of the O-line, it looked like. You're moving that pocket, you're rolling the pocket, and sometimes offensive linemen want to cheat a little bit.
Yeah, kind of get rolling laterally there.
Right, get a little head start.
That's what appeared to happen there. So we'll have the 5-yard walk-off against the Warriors, moving the ball back into Pieper territory at the 47-yard line. Clock stopped for the moment at 1:58. South again from the empty set goes to the far side, now turns his hips, and this ball is intercepted. They always say a quarterback never saw that guy. I'm telling you, Bill, he never saw that guy. The linebacker just dropped into the passing lane, and an alert play. What a nice job.
Yeah, exactly right. Cedar Creek, you see the linebacker do exactly what you said, Paul, where he's engaged with his man in coverage. He sees the rollout and anticipates the throw and was able to cut in front of the intended receiver. That was a nice piece of work defensively. A little risky to jump the route like that, but ends up good things for Eagles.
If I were to tell you that play was made by Tristan Cornwell, you'd probably believe me, right?
Well, who else would it be?
Who else? Eagles with the football from their 45. Following the INT, Warriors in their standard three-man defensive front. Orr's going all the way at quarterback, takes a low snap, now throws the slant over the middle, throws it just a little bit behind his intended receiver. That results in an incompletion, but Bill, that was there. The intended receiver was the senior, Cade Masters.
Yeah, I think if you asked Masters, should you have caught the ball, he'd probably say yes. You said it was kind of on his back hip, but if it's in the frame of your body, you're a senior receiver, you feel like you should be able to hold on to that football. You've got to shake it off and move on to the next play, have that mentality.
And Cedar Creek will attempt to do just that here on second down. This time the Warriors come with pressure. They lay it off on the drag route underneath, pass complete right at midfield. That's Mason Thomas, their fine senior tight end.
Yeah, a little crossing route right beyond the line of scrimmage. Looks like Thomas is shaken up a little bit on the play. Was tackled hard to the turf here at Pieper High School. The Eagles can ill afford to lose him because not only is he a weapon in the pass game, but we've already established he does a tremendous job of putting a hat on people.
By the way, Pieper beat Cedar Creek 49-14 last year. That's not the way this is going. 3rd and 5 from right at midfield. Orr throws near side on the out, and once again, a little bit of trouble with the timing and the placement on the out routes. He's throwing the ball great on slants and posts.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And now, think about this. There's still a minute to go in the second quarter, and Pieper, their full allotment of timeouts. A potent offense, clearly, when they're clicking. It's not. This half isn't over. Don't go grab the beverage and the snack right now, people.
Jackson Hopper already has one great return. He's not going to get a chance at this one because the ball's rolling around at the feet of the punter. He gets a pass away. We'll see where he was in relation to the line of scrimmage, but it may be irrelevant anyway. Did he catch that?
It was an interception, I do believe.
I tell you what, it's a little bit tough to see from here, but that is Jordan Grant on the INT. And once again, we see it by both teams, a special teams mistake, as that was a low snap that was rolling around at the feet.
It's easy to say. It's easy to say this, but if you're a football purist, you're telling that guy knock the ball down because Pieper would actually have better field position had it been an incomplete pass. Paul, I see you shooting a glance at me. Easy for me to say, right? Don't intercept the ball. Knock it down.
You're right, of course, but it runs counter to your instincts.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good play, great play. Have movement again on the interior of the O-line.
We'll see how they sort this one out with the clock stopped and 47 seconds showing here in a surprising first half. Surprising in the sense that this is a much more competitive football game than some people thought it would be.
Yes, Paul.
Yeah, I'm just going to say, and the Warriors, trying to get their district record to 3-0, and this is anything but easy.
Yeah, it hasn't been a 2-foot putt yet, and I'll say this though, we haven't had a big return in this game, but we've had big moments offensively, clearly big moments defensively, but special teams, we've had some weird things going on in the punt game. Maybe even weird and wacky. I'm going to throw wacky in there.
Wacky works.
Yeah, another false start there by Pieper's O-line. Again, because you're rolling the pocket, I think the O-linemen, again, are getting a little ahead of themselves, trying to get outside.
Moves it back to the 35 where it's 1st and 15. One back gun, 2 receivers to either side. South, the quarterback. 3-step drop out of the gun, now throws deep down the middle, looking for Strachan. Strachan extends himself. Strachan stretches, and Strachan has the catch.
Absolutely a perfectly thrown football by South. A timeout by Pieper, incidentally, but South could not have run the football down there and delivered it to Strachan any better. It was a combination route by Pieper, and boy, Cedar Creek, that wasn't horrible coverage.
Not at all. It was bracket coverage. They
Yeah.
did a pretty nice job. 35 yards on the reception, but look at this. I was at practice Tuesday when Strachan had a slight groin strain, and they were really kind of worried about that because that's tough on a receiver, a groin, a hamstring, anything like that. So they took him out of practice. They said he was in pretty good shape and ready to go, but he was unquestionably grabbing that injury at the end of that catch as he had to extend himself as far as he did.
Yeah, he gave up his body, definitely, and it was a tremendous play. South had time, stayed tall in the pocket, and delivered a strike. There are a lot of guys playing on Saturdays who would like to be able to throw that football.
Well, we've got some guys with outstanding hands on this Warrior offense, and certainly Strachan is one of them. I don't want to even leave anybody out. I mean, you got
They're a
guys like
bunch.
Doss and Champagne and others.
Yeah.
This is probably the deepest receiving core in the district.
Yeah, scouting Pieper has to be a nightmare.
1st and 10 from the 30. They motion to an empty backfield. South steps up in the pocket, throws it into the end zone, and overthrows his intended receiver. That was Nolan Doss, who almost had his 11th touchdown reception of the season.
Yeah, if South could hit the rewind button, he would have put some air under that ball because Doss was wide open. The one thing you don't want to do there is overthrow the receiver, because a guy of Doss's caliber can make an adjustment to the short ball.
3 receivers to the far side. That's Champagne, the middle receiver. Now they motion Hopper out of the backfield, and from the empty set, South will throw again. Has time, throws left side to Strachan, back in the ball game, shakes off the effect of that groin strain, and gets it down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal down at around the 7.
Tremendous throw, and another timeout by Pieper to stop it with 23 seconds to go. But tremendous execution offensively, clearly, by Pieper. And the fact that Strachan can not only make that catch, but then get the yards after the catch, a phenomenal play.
23 yards on the reception, and did you see him floor it just as he caught the ball?
Burst, yeah. And the thing is, you know, Cedar Creek doesn't want they don't want to get the top blown off. They're not going to let anything go over the top of the secondary, so give a little bit of a cushion. But the anticipation there defensively is that once the catch is made, you'll be able to close and make the tackle. That didn't happen there.
Just something to figure into everybody's thinking. Remember that Cedar Creek will get the ball to start the second half. The Warriors won the toss at the beginning of the ball game, and this time they didn't defer. They said, we want the ball.
Yeah. And marched the ball all the way down to the 1 yard line and weren't able to punch it in on 4th and goal. And maybe, Paul, that should have been the indicator to everybody that, we're going to have a ball game tonight.
Good to see Colton Green back in the lineup at right tackle for the Warriors. He missed about a month with a knee injury. Good-looking sophomore.
Oh, something at the back of the end zone. Everybody getting ready for halftime festivities.
Everybody stay in your places. Yeah, they're trying to clear some flags out away from the back of the end zone, because certainly that's a safety hazard. And it's great that the officials picked up on that.
Yeah, it definitely would be a tripping hazard. Do you own a suit that color, Paul, that orange?
I did, but I was 19, which was not recent.
Me either.
1st and goal from the 8, South into the end zone on the corner route. Is that Doss? Is that Doss? Yeah. That is Nolan Doss with his 11th touchdown reception of the season. And for the Warriors, it could not come at a better time, as it did with 19 seconds remaining here in the first half. And that stretches for the moment the Warrior lead out to 18-10, and they'll attempt a 1-point conversion. Strachan is the holder, and this time it's Logan Lopez attempting the PAT, and he misses it. It's wide left. So this remains an 8-point ball game. So we've seen some uncharacteristic mistakes on conversions on the part of the Warriors tonight. They've missed a couple of 2-pointers, and that actually was a big 1-point conversion right there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Would have made it a 2-score game. There's a lot of sand that has to go through the hourglass of this football game, but your point's well taken, Paul. And I'm just thinking maybe not tonight, maybe not next week, maybe not the rest of the regular season, but something that Pieper, I think, needs to continue to work on as you start looking ahead to the playoffs at some point, is to be able to get that extra point converted. 4 plays, 60 yards, 30 seconds, 8-yard pass from South to Doss. Doss, of course, has already been selected to the San Antonio Sports All-Star football game to be played at the Dome. He is a heck of a football player.
Really is. Quite the
really
athlete.
Is.
By the way, we have some Pieper football players who are outstanding high school wrestlers, and wrestler ratings were issued today, and we've got some good news for Pieper fans. Hope you'll stick around in just a moment for the Ferris Orthodontics halftime show. Here's the kickoff by Miranda. And this time he does kick it away, and with the aid of a pretty decent breeze, he sticks it in the end zone. And we'll see what Cedar Creek attempts to do or not do with 19 seconds remaining here in the half.
I know Cedar Creek winless, and maybe there is a part of me that says, you have 19 seconds, go for broke, but you've played the district leader to an 8-point game at halftime. You do get the ball to start the second half. I would expect conservative would rule the day here.
Could not agree more. Absolutely. But they'll get the ball at the 25 following the touchback.
As I say that, watch Cedar Creek throw some kind of Hail Mary double lateral here.
Well, the Warriors have 3 safeties standing about 17 yards deep, running play on first down, and that was the wise and prudent move, and that will almost certainly be the last play of a really exciting and hard-fought, really, really tough first half. And with that, the Warriors will go to the locker room at halftime with an 8-point lead at 18-10. We'll be back in just a moment with all the halftime festivities, including the Pieper Band of Warriors under the direction of Evan Berry. Stick around with us right here on the Warriors Sports Network.
Oh man, here's a broken play. I don't think any of these guys are north to south runners. I mean, look at this one here. Just bounced outside with no blockers ahead of him. But you know, you can always call a Hail Mary, and the guy that you want as your QB is Dr. Ferris. I mean, you give Dr. Ferris the ball, and boom, good things happen. Yep, that's Ferris Orthodontics again with that really nice new smile.
Not the fun part of being a dad, but I have to speak to you about something that is concerning me.
Concerning you?
Yeah. Heard you and your mother talking about this Arlo fella, and
Arlo?
I wasn't eavesdropping. He's always watching you. His videos are secure. This guy sounds like a creep.
It's not.
Your privacy is very important to me, and I think you need to make better decisions when it comes to boys. And this Arlo is not a boy that I think you should be dating.
You're dating someone?
Yeah, Arlo. I heard you guys talking about him.
Arlo.
Yeah.
Dad, Arlo's the name of the new security cameras that we got from our service provider. We were talking about how great they are and how safe they make me feel. Arlo's not a boy.
Well, that's a boy's name.
Oh, boy.
Ah, not a boy. Apparently, we just learned that it's a camera named after a boy. Why don't you name it Peter?
Hey, I got another one for you. And just look at the hole in this line. You could drive a truck right through there. I mean, the refrigerator William Perry could get a first down there. But you know who's going to get their number called for this one? Yeah, that's right, Dr. Ferris. He's like a ligating linebacker. Boom, just like that. And that's why Ferris Orthodontics is going to get the MVP for this one.
Hey, buddy. Got your glove?
Yep, I got it right here. You're coming, right?
Of course. I'll see you in 10 minutes.
Awesome.
Don't forget the you-know-whats.
Whether you're gearing up for a big project or a big game, GVTC has everything you need to stay connected.
What do you think?
They are going to love these.
From smart security and high-speed internet to TV and phone, GVTC provides cutting-edge technology for your home and business.
Thank you.
You made it. Hey, what is it? Whoa, jerseys!
With deep roots in the community, we're committed to building a stronger, better, connected future for the areas we serve. Our GVTC Foundation's charitable support and industry-leading products help you stay connected to what matters most. GVTC, connecting you.
So, where are we eating?
With GVTC's blazing fast fiber speeds,
3.5 stars, not a chance we try anything under 4.
you might feel like other things in life are taking a little longer than before.
Ooh, what sounds better, La Fiesta or Dumpling Palace?
Ooh, Dumpling Palace.
Ew, gross.
We may not be able to speed up your dinner decisions, but we can provide fast and consistent premium Wi-Fi to search all the available options. Enjoy the GVTC difference, and please be patient with things that may have seemed to...
Wait, what are we gonna watch?
Slow down a bit. GVTC, connecting you.
Oh man, here's a broken play. I don't think any of these guys are north to south runners. I mean, look at this one here. Just bounced outside with no blockers ahead of him. But you know, you can always call a Hail Mary, and the guy that you want as your QB is Dr. Ferris. I mean, you give Dr. Ferris the ball, and boom, good things happen. Yep, that's Ferris Orthodontics again with that really nice new smile.
Got the tickets?
Yep, I got them right here. I'll see you at 9.
Call GVTC today for our premium Wi-Fi service. Because Wi-Fi dead zones are downright
terrifying.
GVTC, official Wi-Fi of the undead.
As we welcome families back to school, I want to take a minute to show you a new safety feature which is being added to every campus. The new addition is a video intercom system located on an exterior wall near the entrance of each campus. The system will be marked with a sign like this one. In order to enter the school, every visitor will step up to this intercom, push the button, and tell the front staff his or her name and the reason for their visit. The front staff will be able to see the visitor through the video located near the button and grant entrance into the front door. Once inside, visitors will be required to show a picture ID and sign in. Please note that this will be the new procedure every time you visit a Comal ISD campus, whether it is to drop off lunch or to pick up your student for a doctor's appointment. As the school year begins, please be patient with each other and the staff as this new procedure becomes routine and a part of our district's overall safety procedures.
I'm Chris Cooley from the GVTC Foundation, Vice President of our foundation and also Chairperson of our Scholarship Committee. We're here to congratulate you as the 2023 GVTC Foundation Vocational Technical $7,500 Scholarship. Congratulations to you, Carson.
Thank you guys so much. This means so much to me.
But we're really here to congratulate you as the winner of the 2023 Olga Armstrong $15,000 scholarship from the GVTC Foundation. Congrats to you.
Congratulations.
So this is, a little bit different. Your father was able to be here, and this is a surprise to him as well.
Yeah.
We arranged for him to be over here today in person in our office. So I was glad we were able to coordinate this, and thank you to Deanna as well. Do you have any words to share right now, or are you speechless?
I don't. That was like, ooh. Thank you so much.
But you're really here for us to announce you as the winner of the 2023 GVTC Foundation Richie T. Thorles $25,000 scholarship. Congratulations.
Congratulations again.
Congratulations to you.
Congratulations. Thank you so much. I appreciate you very much.
Tell us what your plans are after graduation.
After graduation, I'm hoping to start my own restaurant where I will be the lead chef, where I will be able to give back to our community.
Tell them where you plan to go to college.
So next year, I am going to college at Augusta Escoffier in Austin.
I do plan on having a part-time job in college. I'm not sure what that will be yet, but I have been trying to get as many scholarships as I can to offset the cost of college, which is around $130,000. So thank you all so much.
Well, absolutely. Well, we're honored to have you as the recipients.
Hey, I got another one for you. And just look at the hole in this line. You could drive a truck right through there. I mean, the refrigerator William Perry could get a first down there. But you know who's going to get their number called for this one? Yeah, that's right, Dr. Ferris. He's like a ligating linebacker. Boom, just like that. And that's why Ferris Orthodontics is going to get the MVP for this one.
All right, Paul, you're live for the introduction.
Welcome back to the Pieper Coliseum. We're at halftime of an exciting ball game as Pieper leads Cedar Creek by 8 at 18-10. This is a very tense ball game, one in which maybe people were not expecting that it was going to be a very tense ball game. But we've got an outstanding second half coming up. But right now, speaking of outstanding, we hope you're enjoying the Ferris Orthodontics halftime show. Let's go down to the field and hear the Band of Warriors under the direction of Evan Berry. you're enjoying the Ferris Orthodontics halftime show. Another great performance by the Band of Warriors under the direction of Evan Berry. We've got quite the ball game going on here at Warrior Coliseum. After one half, Pieper leads the game. That was expected maybe, but this margin not so expected at all. It's an 8-point ball game at 18-10. And Pieper Warrior fans a little nervous at this point, and that would include the president of our booster club and the father of one of our outstanding players, J.J. Huntsman. J.J., I don't mind telling you, this one kind of has me on pins and needles a little bit. How about you?
Oh, I think it's got all of us on pins and needles a little bit. We've been, excited to take this march to the playoff game, and you run into this, and it starts to make everybody in the stands a little nervous. But they're a strong team. I think they're going to really pull away in the second half here.
But on balance, things are coming up roses at Pieper High School. So much excitement right now as we're making this big playoff run, and you think about this young program really in its infancy. And here they are sitting at 5-1 on the year, 2-0 in district play. This is a tough half coming up here. We got 3 more tough regular season games coming on, but clearly the Warriors are for real.
They are. They are. And like we said last time we talked, man, the way Coach Rogers and his coaching staff have got these kids bought into their coaching methods, it works well, and it's really paying dividends here late in the season.
Well, okay, so things looking good on the football side, but things looking good pretty much everywhere you turn here at Pieper.
They are. They're looking really great. All our sports, water polo made it to the playoffs. Volleyball's looking really good on their run towards the playoffs. Preseason wrestling rankings came out today. So that was pretty cool. We've got 3 football players on there. Running back Johnny Hamilton is ranked number 9 in the state. David Huntsman, defensive end, he's ranked number 8. And our middle linebacker, Caden Glass, he really got excited today. They came out and ranked him number 1 in the state preseason.
I can't tell you how much respect I have athletically for wrestlers. That is such a difficult and demanding sport. Swimmers are about the only thing that rivals that. I mean, wrestling is just absolutely so taxing. But when you look at football skills, they really do go hand in hand, and they kind of enhance each other.
They do. That's one of the things we talk about. The age-old joke is football players make the best wrestlers, or wrestlers make the best football players. Tackles and double leg takedowns, the amount of energy it takes to run in wrestling and to run in football, they really do go hand in hand. And again, Coach Rogers, he encourages these 2-sport athletes and 3-sport athletes.
Okay, well, Mr. President, hail to the chief. Give us an idea of what the duties are for the president of a booster club, especially at a high school like this where everything's going on.
It's not as much as you would think. It's fun. Being a brand new booster club, our duties are try and get these kids what they need to train at what we call the Warrior Way, the championship level of training. We try and do some good fundraisers and help the schools and the coaches. School budgets only go so far, and then comes the sponsorships, and we've got fantastic sponsors out here that help us. Ferris Orthodontics, San Martin Orthodontics, 2 of our bigger sponsors, Stevens Roofing, they've been fantastic. But basically my job is to try and get these sponsors and help these kids get the equipment they need to have these fantastic seasons.
Well, there are people listening to you right now, so if folks are excited, and they should be, and businesses are excited, and they should be, how do they get involved?
So if you want to, you can reach out to anybody you know from Pieper. You can email me. My email's in the back of the programs. It's jjhuntsmanphs@gmail.com, and we'll get you involved in any way. If you want to volunteer and help with something, or you want to sponsor, just give me a call, and we'll get you in the right spot.
Son David playing well again tonight.
He's doing good. He's having a fun game. They're testing that defensive line today. I think all those boys on the defensive line have done such a great job this season, and the linebackers and the secondary. But they're making them work for it tonight.
JJ, thank you so much. I always look forward to our conversations. You are such a ray of sunshine, and the passion that you bring to this job and the enthusiasm that you feel for Pieper athletics and Pieper academics, for that matter. It's a fun place to be at a very fun time to be there.
Oh, we appreciate you guys. You guys are bringing it all to light for everybody to see with Warriors Networks. We really appreciate it.
JJ, thanks again. Go Warriors in the
yes,
second
sir.
half.
Go Warriors. Let's go.
Appreciate that. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back in just a moment with a recap of the first half and take you right into the second half kickoff right here on the Warriors Sports Network.
Lockhart game.
Hey, I got another one for you. And just look at the hole in this line. You could drive a truck right through there. I mean, the refrigerator William Perry could get a first down there. But you know who's going to get their number called for this one? Yeah, that's right, Dr. Ferris. He's like a ligating linebacker. Boom, just like that. And that's why Ferris Orthodontics is going to get the MVP for this one.
Paul, you're live.
Back with the second half kickoff. Second half kickoff upcoming, and Cedar Creek is going to get the football first, trailing by 8 at 18-10, following a surprisingly tightly played and closely played first half. Daniel Miranda with the kickoff, with the win. Kick carries down to about the 4-yard line. It'll be returned from there on the far sideline, now back over the middle. And that was R.J. Torres on the return for Cedar Creek. It is such a pleasure to be working with you, Bill Culhane, and your impressions of the first half.
Well, Paul, I think you hit the nail on the head during the halftime show. A lot of surprises, but maybe the least surprised guy here at the stadium tonight, Josh Thomas. He knew his guys would play hard tonight, and that's exactly what they gave him the first 24 minutes. I can't wait to see Coach Rogers, his staff, what adjustments they made at halftime.
You know, Cedar Creek has not only played well, they've been precise, they've executed well, but they've been much more physical than maybe some people anticipated.
Yeah, no doubt. The offensive line up front for Cedar Creek did a nice job of moving furniture in the first half.
Eagles start this drive from their 15. On first down, running play coming near side. Running back cuts it up underneath a block. That's Dakota Baker, the wide receiver, with the football. And he gets exactly no gain.
Yeah, nice job defensively, scraping down the line of scrimmage by the Warriors, filling lanes.
Just underway here in the third quarter.
You know,
Cedar Creek, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, sorry, Paul. I was going to say at halftime we said it. Cedar Creek traveled 88 miles to get here. Their plan is to go home with their first win of the season.
Well, they're fighting like they mean it, that's for sure. This time the running play comes to the far side, and it's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Caden Glass makes the play.
Yeah.
He gets a tackle for about a 3-yard loss.
Yeah, flip it to the other end. There the Warriors do a nice job of maintaining their integrity, fitting that play nicely, scraping down the line of scrimmage, getting off blocks.
3rd and 13. Warriors need a stop. If they get that, they'll get the ball in really good shape. 2 receivers to either side of the formation. Corners creeping up for the Warriors, now in press coverage. Orr wants to throw, does so. Far sideline, overthrows his intended receiver at about the 30-yard line. And that's a situation where he needs to keep the ball on the field of play, inside, so your receiver has a chance.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's the very definition of an uncatchable ball. I will say this, and give credit to the Warriors defense on the opening series of the second half, but Orr was under duress. Couldn't really step up into the throw.
Well, the return man for the Warriors, Jackson Hopper, is creeping up all the way to the Cedar Creek 35-yard line. Yeah, high snap, but they get the punt away, and it's into that breeze, and it's just up and down. And this is not going to net a lot of yardage at all. In fact, the Warriors are going to get the football at the Cedar Creek 23-yard line.
Yeah, that's about a 10-yard net punt. And if ever you wanted a line drive punt to kind of drive into the teeth, we'll call it a breeze. I don't know if it qualifies as a win, but that ball, you could see the breeze/wind knock it down.
You know, I do think it's breezier than maybe we think up here in the booth, because when you look at what the wind's doing to the football, it is a clear difference.
Yeah, I don't know if we're going to get a look at it, but you look at those flags on top of the uprights in the end zone, you can see they're blowing a little bit.
So the Warriors start this drive at the Eagle 23-yard line. Pieper leading by 8 at 18-10. This time from the empty set, 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. South looks right side, out route, complete. Easy money, easy pitch and catch, and that's Nolan Doss on the reception once again for the Warriors.
Yeah, rack up another reception for him. does a nice job of running the route, clean break.
Trips to the far side this time. 4-man defensive front. Blitz up the middle. South is hit as he throws, gets the ball away, and almost got it to Brady Hopper. But South really took one in the rib cage as he let that ball go.
Yeah, coming right up the middle. It looked like it was Benjamin Young, the junior linebacker, unblocked. Pieper not able to account for everyone.
All right, so a 7-yard gain on first down. Incompletion on second down. It's 3rd and 3 from the 16. South, play fake, throws the slant, left side, complete. That's Isaiah Champagne on the reception, and he has a 1st and goal down around the 8-yard line.
Little bit of a pick play there by the Warriors on that outside edge, and the defender unable to fight through it.
1st and goal from the 8. And they would just call that, Bill, a natural rub.
A natural rub, that's what I meant to say.
1st and goal
natural
from the
rub.
8. 3 receivers near side. South goes the other way. Left side looking for Strachan. Oh, just heck yes. Absolutely. Look at that twisting, leaping catch. Jake Strachan with his, let's see, that would be his 4th touchdown reception of the year.
Yeah, I don't know if South has been any more accurate tonight than he was on that throw. It was a laser. It was thrown to Strachan's outside shoulder where only he could make the catch, the play on the ball. Perfect.
Strachan will hold Miranda on the kick, and he knocks it through. And with 9:38 remaining here in the 3rd period, the Warriors get a little breathing room as they extend their lead to 25-10. We'll be back with the kickoff in just a moment right here on the Warriors Sports Network.
Paul, you're back.
All right, so it's the 2 Jakes hooking up. South to Strachan. Fade route into the corner of the end zone. Great twisting catch by Strachan. And as we said, that gives the Warriors finally a little bit of breathing room. Not that this one, Bill, is put away by any means.
No, it isn't. 4 plays, 23 yards, took 39 seconds off the 3rd quarter clock. 8-yard pass South to Strachan, the SNS gang.
Here's Miranda with the kickoff. And again, he's got the benefit of that breeze. Going to be returned from 2 yards deep. Return man breaks the tackle at the 10, gets into the clear. This is a big return. He's trying to beat the safety, the kicker in this case. And Miranda actually gets in on the tackle. It's a good thing he did. Or for a minute there, that might have been a 102-yard return for a touchdown.
Yeah, that was a heck of a return. Initially, it looked like the tackle would happen about between the 10 and the 15-yard line, and good balance, good strength, good job of finding an opening. And I'll say this, though. You bridge back to the end of the first half. Pieper has scored touchdowns on their last 2 drives, came up with a big stop to start the 3rd quarter. If Pieper can pitch another shutout on this drive, I think clearly this game will be tilting in the Warriors' favor.
Eagles 1st down from their 29-yard line. Orr's gone all the way at quarterback. Running play on 1st down. That's Devin James trying the left side. And he's brought down rudely by middle linebacker Caden Glass.
Nice play by Glass. You go back to the 2nd quarter in particular, and it seemed like Cedar Creek was having some success running the ball between the guards, running over the rear of their all-district center. And anytime Cedar Creek has tried to bounce outside, run outside, the speed of the Pieper defense has been able to make the play.
They can really run side to side. Gain of 1 on 1st down.
Yeah, sideline to sideline stuff.
Isaiah Cancino checked into the ball game at running back for the Eagles. Orr to throw, has good protection. Throws, got a man wide open. It's complete down around the Warrior 41-yard line. Cade Masters has to come back for the ball, but makes a nice sliding catch.
Yeah, good adjustment there by Masters, but give credit to the big fellas. up front for Cedar Creek. You said it, the pocket was there. Orr stood tall, found his receiver, delivered the football.
26-yard completion, carrying all the way down to the Pieper 39.
You said it back in the first half, Paul. Orr does a tremendous job of throwing that pass up the seam.
Mm-hmm. Much more accurate when throwing vertically. Blitz coming off the edge. Pipe Creek throws it into the blitz, into the vacated area, so at least they get the completion. That's Dakota Baker on the catch, and that's a worthwhile gain of about 5 on first down for the Eagles.
Chris Vivians. 5-yard gain, second down.
Clock moving here in quarter number 3 with 7:43 left. And once again, the Eagles in no hurry, which, Bill, clearly is the right thing for them to do. They want to take shorten this game as much as they possibly can.
No doubt, the clock is their friend. Even though you're down 15 points, there's no doubt the strategy.
Raja Lopez in press coverage to the near side, and Lopez then comes up and gets a piece of the tackle on Roy Rose.
Yeah, hard to believe Lopez is only a sophomore. You said it. Not only took on the block, was disruptive, but then ultimately to finish the tackle. That's a play that the coaches will be talking about in film study tomorrow.
Third down.
So it's 3rd and about 8 with the ball at the Pieper 37-yard line, and the Warriors leading by 15 at 25-10. With a loss of 3 on that play. Orr wants to throw, does so, far side, and just kind of fires that one into the ground. And again, I wasn't all that great at trigonometry, but you do the hypotenuse on that, man, that's a long throw to not gain a lot of yardage.
Yeah, that's a long way to throw the football, but give some credit to the Warriors defense. Coming off the edge, Caleb Gale was in the grill of Orr to speed up the play.
Going to be a 4th down. And when you're a team looking at its first victory and you're playing this well on the road, you think this is your chance. So, of course, you're going for it.
Yeah, last time you punted the ball, what was it, an 11-yard punt?
Correct. 4th and 8. Cornerbacks off the receivers or under pressure. He's going to run with the football. He's going to be brought down well shy of the first down. Matter of fact, he's about 7 yards shy. And that was coming up from the secondary. That was Landon Ashpaw, actually from his will linebacker position, the senior who's getting back into action after missing almost a month with a knee injury. Good to see him back on the field. And with that, they're going to turn the ball over on downs, and the Warriors have it.
Some scores elsewhere, Paul. In District 13, Liberty Hill leading Lockhart 35-27 there in the second quarter. And Veterans Memorial all over Bastrop 34-0 as they play in the second quarter.
And we will see Veterans Memorial a week from tonight, and that is going to be a huge football game. 3 receivers left for the Warriors on first down. Ball's thrown over the middle, and it's caught. And you're seeing some of that amazing athletic ability on the part of Isaiah Champagne. Not only made the tough catch, but look at the move after the catch, and that is a Warrior first down.
Yeah, Champagne, his feet don't spend a lot of time on the ground, do they?
No.
He's one of those quick twitch guys.
Really an impressive athlete.
No doubt.
South, the quarterback, swings it left side. That's Hopper on the reception, and he gets it up to about the 48-yard line for a short gain.
Good job getting outside. Eduardo Macedo able to get out there and make a play in the flat.
Keep an eye on that big receiver at the bottom of your screen, Evan Drake. This might be Drake time.
Drake time, I like it.
They go the other direction, and on the slant, that's Jake Strachan with another strong play. And at some point, we're going to have to pick an offensive player of the game for the Warriors. And right now, Strachan would be a strong contender.
Yeah, he's in the conversation right now, right?
Yes. Completion carries out, or down to, I should say, the Eagle 45-yard line. Two receivers on either side of the formation. Corner blitz coming. They throw into the blitz area, the area that was vacated, and that was intended for that big receiver, Evan Drake, and the pass just a little too far out in front.
Boy, you know the idea there, right? When you have the 4 receivers set, 2 out each side, you don't have that safety help in the middle. So if you can hit that thing, as Warrior fans have seen all season, Warrior receivers can run a long way when they have that man coverage and they can win the slant.
Here's a big 4th down for the Warriors. 4th and 2 from the Eagle 45. Corners up in press coverage. And we got a flag on the play, an attempted gadget play there. And you know that Coach Rogers always has a couple of those polished up and ready to go.
No doubt about it. Good design, good execution, unless. Looks like it's going to go against the Warriors.
They're walking backwards.
Ineligible.
Yeah.
It's a timing play, right? And sometimes those offensive linemen, they count the 1/1000 a lot faster than they're supposed to.
That was exactly what happened there.
Big fellas get excited, Paul, right? When they get out in space like the little guys.
Well, they like to show out, right? Yeah. Well, you think I can't run? Watch this. So it's going to be 4th and 7. Warriors still going for it with the ball placed squarely at midfield. 4 receivers to the left side from the empty set. South rolls toward those 4 receivers, throws over the middle. That's Strachan. And look at the route, look at the hands catch, and look at how smooth that guy is. And the Warriors convert what could be a really critical 4th down situation in this game. They keep the football, and the clock now down to 5:28 remaining here in the third. Nicely executed.
I'm so impressed the way the Warrior receivers are able to feel those voids, feel the soft spots in the secondary.
Gain of 17. That's Hopper in motion to the near side. South will throw. Well protected this time. Now has to step up in the pocket. He'll turn the corner. The big fellow will keep the ball himself, and he'll skip out of bounds just in advance of the lead stick there, and he's got another Pieper first down.
And South puts his strength on display again. If you notice the inception of that play, South takes a shot and flushes him out of the pocket. He's able to pull the ball down and run with it, and that is a weapon.
Warriors pressing the pace a little bit quickly to the line of scrimmage. This time they have 4 receivers to the right side of the formation. That's a flip and a completed pass. That's Hopper, the receiver on the play, if you will, and he gets it down inside the 15 to around the 14, where he is just shy of a first down.
But the color of this game has changed so dramatically since it was 12-10 Pieper in the very latter stages of the first half.
Let's just say that apparently adjustments were made at halftime.
A fly on the wall?
Yeah. 2nd and almost 3. Play fake, slant over the middle. They do that so well, and they do it so often. That is South to Doss, and for Doss, his 2nd touchdown reception tonight and his 12th of the season.
We don't know the play call. We're not tapped into the offensive coaches, but it has to be toss to Doss.
I like it. 15 yards on the TD reception. Miranda on for the PAT. It's on its way, and that actually is a significant point there because that makes it 32-10, so that 1 point could end up being important here, but clearly momentum has shifted completely to Pieper. We'll be back with the kickoff in just a moment. 4:43 remaining in the third. Pieper leads it 32-10. We'll be back in just a moment on the Warriors Sports Network.
Hey, I got another one for you. And just look at the hole in this line. You could drive a truck right through there. I mean, the refrigerator William Perry could get a first down there. But you know who's going to get their number called for this one? Yeah, that's right, Dr. Ferris. He's like a ligating linebacker. Boom, just like that. And that's why Ferris Orthodontics is going to get the MVP for this one.
You guys are back.
Back at Warrior Coliseum, 4:43 remaining in the third, and the Warriors, who were really stiffly challenged by Cedar Creek in the first half, now starting to stretch it out. as they lead it 32-10. They'll kick it off, but Bill, still, regardless of what happens here, this has been a strong and impressive effort by Cedar Creek.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can't take anything away from their effort to this point. That drive, 8 plays, 64 yards, 2 minutes, 37 seconds, 15 yards south to Doss.
Miranda with the kickoff, and he gets it through the back of the end zone, so Cedar Creek will get the ball at their 25-yard line, trailing by 22 at 32-10.
And Coach Rogers and his staff, they know all about building a program, and Coach Thomas, his staff, you've got to get better each play. You've got to get better, compete each quarter. Then you put games together, and that's where Cedar Creek is right now.
They'll start from their 25, and on first down, the Warrior cornerbacks are backed off a little bit. That's the outstanding Raja Lopez working at the bottom of your screen. Warriors showing blitz, but they back out of it. Running play on first down. That's Devin James on the carry, and he gets only about 2.
Back to your very good point a moment ago, Paul, that's something that Cedar Creek has to learn, is the consistency that leads to winning games. You play that 5 seconds, 6 seconds each play. Well, you've got to stack those plays, and Cedar Creek will get there.
Well, we're starting to see the advantage of Pieper's depth.
Sure.
I mean, numerically, Cedar Creek just doesn't have a whole lot of players. Look at Raja walking up, coming off the corner, off the edge. Now he gets back into his standard position, or wants to throw, does so over the middle. Ball's deflected a couple of times, and we have a flag at about the 45-yard line, and we may have a PI call.
Yeah, I thought the ball was tipped. Now there's a conversation going on between the umpire and the back judge. I think they might pick this one up.
Well, they should, because if the ball is tipped, you can't have a PI. So nice communication there between and among those officials.
Yeah, the umpire saw it, and as you mentioned, good communication. Yeah.
I love it when they pick up flags. That's what you do. You just say the important thing is to get it right, and they did.
I worked with a guy, and Paul, you've heard this one. I worked with a guy many years ago, and he would call it mustard on the lettuce. You don't want mustard on the lettuce.
No, you don't. Third and about 8. Play clock at 18. Or the quarterback, James the running back. 2 receivers to either side. Or shoulder fake, now throws, far sideline. He's got a man that has hurt Pieper tonight. That's Cade Masters on another fine catch. Had to reach behind him a little bit, but that was nicely thrown and just a smooth-looking catch on the part of the senior, Cade Masters.
Boy, and let me say this about Orr, the sophomore signal caller. He stood in, he knew he was going to take a shot, and he still delivered a perfectly thrown football. That was tremendous.
Carries all the way down to the Pieper 33-yard line.
Leighton Lopez laid out Orr.
But the result of the play, as Orr stood in there, was a 40-yard completion.
My ribs are hurting.
I think everybody felt that one. 1st and 10 from the 34. Orr wants to throw near side this time. Got man coverage going on over there. And that's that guy that we're always bragging on, Raja Lopez, in coverage for the Warriors. Pass was intended for number 80, Roy Rose.
How good is he going to be in a couple of years, Lopez?
He's just got such great instincts.
To be playing so many meaningful snaps at this point of his career.
Watch him creep forward. Now he's covering the slot receiver. Or over the middle, into double coverage and incomplete. Lopez in coverage once again. The intended receiver was R.J. Torres.
Yeah, it looked like Orr didn't quite get his feet set there. And I'm going to go back 2 plays yet again to where, a quarterback, I don't care if you're 15 years old or 35 years old, you sense that pressure, and it's going to speed up your clock.
It's 3rd and 10 from the 33. Ball on the far hash. Or shoulder fake, throws, right side. Ball was deflected and then intercepted by Reese Madigan. What a big play there, and this big play is not over. Watch this. Finally gets clocked from behind, but a big play, and we've seen that so often this year by Reese Madigan.
Yeah, nice job of reading the play clearly. Did a nice job of sinking his hips, getting back into coverage. However, Paul, to your point yet again, Cedar Creek and their will to fight. Roy Rose was 25 yards beyond the play, did not quit.
Matter of fact, he stomped the accelerator and came down with his arm and might have caused a strip.
No doubt about it. But, you know, Cedar Creek, I think we know where this game is headed, but coaches in film will point out a tremendous piece of effort by Rose.
Yes, indeed. Warriors start this drive from the Eagle 48. Pump fake by South. And a little miscommunication there with the intended receiver, Jake Strachan.
Pass intended for Jake Strachan, number 7. Falls incomplete. 2nd down.
That stops the clock with 3:16 remaining here in the 3rd, and Pieper leading 32-10. 2nd and 10 from the 48. South on the slant. Got his receiver. That's Mr. Champagne, and he's popping his cork down inside the 20, down around the 16-yard line.
I like it, Paul. I like it. Nice job there. I mean, Champagne, he's a hard guard. I know that's a basketball term, but it applies here.
He is, in fact, a hard guard. I'm with you. Gain of 32 on the reception.
So many weapons.
All the way down to the 15-yard line. Running play. And this is going to result in a touchdown, and that's John Hamilton. He's an all-state wrestler, and he is a heck of a running back, but we do have a flag on the play. We'll check it out for you.
Yeah, I might have seen a hold there. We'll let the officials, it looked like a hold, but I was just thinking to myself that if you're the opposing defense, you spend the week getting ready for Doss, for Strachan, for South, and then you add a guy like Champagne to the mix. My goodness. Sleepless nights.
His addition at midseason and then the emergence of the other big receiver, Evan Drake, have made all the difference in the world.
I can see why. I can see how.
Moves it back to the 25-yard line. Running play, and good effort displayed there by Mr. John Hamilton. Good leg drive.
He just scored a touchdown on the play. Why not go right back to it? This is almost, in my mind, and I'm not an offensive coordinator, I don't play one here on TV/radio, but it's the pass setting up the run.
Well, it has been, no doubt. 2nd and 12, following an 8-yard gain. Play fake, throw, over the middle, slant, touchdown, Isaiah Champagne, perfectly executed.
Yeah, when South is accurate, I don't know that there are many other high school quarterbacks in the area who can put the ball exactly where they want it when they want it.
South having another big night.
This was a 12-10 game with 30 seconds to go in the first half.
PAT is on its way, and it's good. And the Warriors now pulling away by a score of 39-10 with a little more than 2 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. We're back in a moment here on the Warriors Sports Network.
Got the tickets?
Yep, I got them right here. I'll see you at 9.
Call GVTC today for our premium Wi-Fi service. Because Wi-Fi dead zones are downright
terrifying.
GVTC, official Wi-Fi of the undead.
You're back.
What a night quarterback Jake South is having. Just threw his 4th touchdown pass of the night. He also has run for 2 TDs. So get this, South now with 24 touchdown passes on the season.
4 plays, 48 yards, a minute 12, 17 yards south to Champaign.
Kickoff will be taken at the 5-yard line and returned to the far side. And on the return is R.J. Torres. And he gets bounced out of bounds at about the 20-yard line.
If Cedar Creek is going to follow the script that we've seen all night tonight, this offense is going to come out and they're going to try to move people. They're going to try to move the football. It's important for Cedar Creek's defense to get a blow at this point, though, right? Cedar Creek, even if it doesn't result in points, Cedar Creek's offense has to stack a few first downs here. That complementary football.
You have so many Eagles who have logged some really nasty minutes tonight. I mean, they've been out there a long time.
Especially here in the third quarter.
Yes. From the 20. Or just flips it out right side, has a completion to his running back, but gets maybe a half yard. And that's Devin James on the reception.
It seems to me Pieper's defense, it's real tough to go east-west against these guys because they run so well and they're so good at getting off blocks and getting hats to ball carriers.
And they really do a good job of keeping outside-in leverage.
Yeah, exactly.
They keep things contained.
Exactly, keeping their outside shoulder free. You're exactly right.
Clock running with 1:20 left here in the third. 2nd and a full 10, officially no gain. Orr throws it right side.
Yeah, miscommunication.
Devin James, the intended receiver.
Yeah, not looking back for the football.
3rd down.
Sometimes in a route, I get it if you feel like you're the 3rd, 4th guy, maybe. You don't think the ball's coming your way. I'm not sure that's the case on that play. I didn't have the play call, but that's the way it looked.
But I think you're right, and I think fatigue really is setting in here on the part of the Eagles.
Sure.
3 receivers to the near side. Warriors in their 3-man front. They run a line stunt. It's a screen pass to the wide side of the field, and the running back Devon James pulls it in, and he's going to be stopped about 2 yards shy of the stake.
Good play design there. Obviously got Pieper's defense getting upfield. This is big here. Not just for Cedar Creek's offense, but the defense as well.
Again, they try to just wedge it out of there, and this will be dependent on the spot.
Where the head linesman's coming in, they got it. Far side.
And that's the case.
Yeah.
They do convert there. They're moving the chains. They didn't get that one by much, but they did get it. Nose of the ball squarely at the 30-yard line.
One of the big moments in this football game, I take you back to the 2nd quarter, and you'll remember Cedar Creek had a 3rd down and 2 situation and didn't convert.
Very true. And you pointed out they had 2 plays with which to work, and it just didn't get done. And this will be the final play of the 3rd quarter as they'll just let it tick down. We've played 3 here at Warrior Coliseum. Our score, Pieper 39 and Cedar Creek 10. Back with quarter number 4 in just a moment here on the Warrior Sports Network.
Tonight's broadcast on Warriors Network is brought to you by Stevens Roofing and Remodeling, Ferris Orthodontics, GVTC, and Comal Independent School District. Tonight's broadcast on Warriors Network is brought to you by Stevens Roofing and Remodeling, The Branch Neighborhood Grill, San Martin Orthodontics, and Stratton Sport and Spa.
Paul and Bill, you're back.
Back for quarter number 4 here at Warrior Coliseum. We had some nervous Pieper fans in the first half and through halftime, but now the Warriors pulling away at 39-10 as they try to run their overall record to 6-1 and 3-0 in district play, and that would set up such a huge game a week from tonight against San Antonio Veterans Memorial. Orr wants to throw on first down and just heaves it to the post, and the receiver is not there. I guess the closest guy there was R.J. Torres.
You mentioned Veterans Memorial still on top of Bastrop, 34-0. So I guess they've moved to the third quarter, and Liberty Hill leading Lockhart 42-33.
Ooh.
Panthers are a good ball club.
That always seems to be the case. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from the 30-yard line. Tight end and flanker to the near side. Orr sets up, throws left side. He does have a completion. That's Mason Thomas on the reception.
Good ball from Orr. Not a lot of room to work with, and was able to hit Thomas right between the 1 and the 0.
That sets up a 3rd and 1 from about the 39-yard line, just underway here in the fourth quarter. Oh, running play of the runner. That's Isaiah Cancino, and he just gets a headache there at the 40-yard line. That was a big pop.
Yeah, no doubt. You talk about sinking your hips and exploding through the ball carrier. Exactly what he did there. And yeah, I go back to the previous play, Paul, and you're going to be watching guys like Lopez for a long time. Well, keep an eye on Orr. We've seen a couple of sophomores on display tonight.
I like his style. He has a very bright future.
He's got some toughness to him.
Orr gives it off. And that's Cancino on the carry again, and he's churning forward to first down yardage and appears to have it with the ball just outside the 40-yard line.
If you've got a guy like Arredondo, why don't you run behind him, right? Run right over his rear end and picked up the first down.
Looks like this may be a free play. It looked like the right defensive end was across the line of scrimmage when the ball was snapped. Ball got loose, and the Warriors are saying they have it, but I think this ends up being encroachment, and it was in fact a free play.
Yeah, you can tell that the flag was on the defense because despite the recovery, not a muscle moved on the Pieper sideline.
Yeah, that was not exactly a pep rally, was it?
No fist pumps. That wasn't very good acting.
1st and 5 after the walk-off. Play clock at 16. Here's Orr, sets up, throws deep, right side, and it is incomplete. It was intended for Roy Rose, and really pretty good coverage applied by Grant Oling.
Yeah, what Oling does there, if you watch him, is Oling has his lane, right? He's entitled to his lane, and he uses the sideline as an extra defender. And that made that darn near impossible to complete. That was some good technical defense by Oling.
And you only get that when you have good coaching.
No doubt about it. That wasn't luck.
2nd and 5. Warrior safeties creeping up. Running play coming near side. Tackle for a loss of about 2. That was Kevon Houston on the carry. Loses a couple back to the 43, and it'll be 3rd and 7.
Yeah, that's a nice job shooting the gap, right? Running to air, ending up at the ball carrier. Good job. Pieper's defense able to pin their ears back a little bit, right, for the final 9 minutes plus of this game.
They have some quick people. Orr with the shoulder fake. Throws deep, left side, incomplete. was intended for number 85, Brent Carter, and that was Jackson Hopper in outstanding coverage downfield. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
27-0 run by Pieper since Cedar Creek ran off that 10-point run of their own.
This was an 18-10 ball game at halftime.
Yeah, the turnaround has been impressive.
Snap gets away from the punter, pulls it down. Now he keeps his composure and actually gets off a pretty decent kick. Maybe better than that as it rolls inside the 10, inside the 5, down to about the 1. Yeah, that's a pretty good punt. Killed at the 1-yard line.
Yeah, Dylan Doobie's going to go to the sideline. He's going to say, Coach, I had that plan the entire way. 2 dribbles, behind the back dribble, and then I punt it.
But he really kept his cool, didn't he?
He kept his cool. I'm sitting here being silly, but yeah, keep your composure, right?
Ball marked actually inside the 1.
Yeah, what did John Wooden say? I know it's basketball. I
Be
apologize.
quick, but never hurry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. You know your John Wooden stuff.
He was an amazing man.
Yeah, he was. Speaking of trophies.
He was familiar with hardware.
Yeah. That's where Pieper football program wants to head. They have an empty trophy case, and the guys don't like it.
From inside the 1. We got a new quarterback in the ball game. We'll tell you about that in just a moment. And this new quarterback fires a strike for a completion out to the 15-yard line. This is number 23, Carter Nordsworthy, in at quarterback for the Warriors. And a nice catch and reception and run after the catch by Andrew Grindstaff.
Yeah, did a nice job. It didn't catch it the first time. Little bit of a tip drill to himself, and nice job securing the ball.
Nordsworthy getting some playing time. Throws deep, far sideline. And we do have a flag. We got 2 flags. We got officials throwing flags everywhere at midfield as we had 2 guys tangled up on that route.
Yeah, sometimes when you underthrow the ball, you can get rewarded if your receiver is instinctive enough to work his way back to the ball, and that's exactly what happened there.
Grindstaff was the intended receiver, and this is interesting, because my goodness, the Warriors have 2 such outstanding quarterbacks. Jake South, the regular every down quarterback, but also Jake Strachan, their wonderful receiver, is a great change of pace quarterback. They're both seniors, so we'll have to see who's quarterbacking this team next year.
Yeah, and that's one of the benefits, right? I often get asked, why do winning teams continue to win over time, particularly high schools? Because they play extra games. They get extra practices. In games where the score's out of hand, they can get young guys reps.
They'll move the ball to the 31-yard line. Nordsworthy, play fake, throws over the middle, complete, 1st down, and that's Logan Urich on the catch.
Paul, you've been in this area for a long time. Why do the Judsons and Alamo Heights and those kind of programs win year after year? Think about the number of plays that their players play in compared to some other programs.
There's that, and also they're playing that same system since they were 12-year-old 7th graders.
No doubt.
Woo! Look at this man explode into the secondary. That man is John Hamilton. Gain of 11, 1st down.
Handoff number 1, John Hamilton. Great blocking and hole created by the whole offensive line.
Blitz coming. Nordsworthy rolls out away from trouble, pulls up, keeps his cool, gets the pass off. Oh, this young man showing some composure. And that was Hamilton on the reception.
Yeah, using his feet, right, to buy time. And in 2023 football, current football, that's such a weapon when you have a quarterback who's an athlete, can move around.
Moves it all the way down to the 24 after a 20-yard completion.
Is he shaking up a little bit? No.
No, he's just checking in with his offensive coordinator, Adam Artiego. Play clock at 6. Nordsworthy throws right side, drops it between 2 defenders. A little touch on that one.
Yeah, a little high.
Didn't get the completion, but did do a nice job of getting that over the underneath defender. Second and 10. Ball inside the 25. Nordsworthy pulls it down. Shows his wheels this time. Gets down inside the 20, down around the 17.
Yards, second and 2.
And okay, so here we go with 3rd and 2.
Watch Champagne.
Just outside the 15. Okay, I can see that. I think you're right. Nordsworthy wants to throw, comes to his left, gets the ball away, but has his arm hit, and the ball is deflected, and the pass falls incomplete.
Yeah, it looked like they were going to go to Champagne on that. We called it a flag route back in the day, but that 45 to the pylon, but good pressure by Cedar Creek. We remember back in the first half, Cedar Creek's defensive line was changing the line of scrimmage a lot in that first half.
They had a lot of tackles for loss.
Remember?
In the first quarter.
Yeah, South was running around in that first half.
4th and 2. Under 6 minutes remaining.
Timeout. Timeout, Eagles.
And Cedar Creek is going to take a timeout. And with that, I think we'll take a brief one as well. We've got 5:50 remaining in the 4th, and the Warriors now out front 39-10. Back with the remainder of the 4th period in just a moment right here on the Warriors Sports Network.
Paul and Bill, you're back.
Back at Warriors Coliseum for the final 5 minutes and 50 seconds, where the Warriors, who were really challenged in the first half, now have a comfortable lead at 39-10. Coming up in just a few moments, we'll announce the American Interiors Pieper Warriors Players of the Game, sponsored by Brad Hopper at American Interiors, proud sponsors of Pieper High School. All right, so back to play we go. And we're looking at this young quarterback, Carter Nordsworthy, who's done some impressive things here since he was put in the ball game. This time he throws a slant down inside the 10, and he's got a completion to Logan Urick.
Number 12, Logan Urick. First down, Warriors, inside the 10-yard line. First and goal.
First and goal. Nordsworthy in the one-back gun. Cedar Creek showing blitz. Now they back off. And the Warriors move the running back, Hamilton, to the right side of the quarterback. And we've got a whistle and a stoppage and a procedure penalty.
Yeah, movement there. You know, Cedar Creek has picked their poison all night here, and the issue when you bring extra hats is you're going to leave the middle of the football field open, and Pieper is so good at the slant game, inside pass game.
Three receivers near side. Nordsworthy goes the other way and has a man on the out route. And that was a nice catch there. And it's good to see this. Nathan Martinez with the catch. He is a very, very good receiver. Was outstanding last year. Numerically hasn't had that kind of season so far, but that was a really nice move and a nice catch.
Yeah, he was a player to watch coming into the season.
Nordsworthy over the middle. This one falls incomplete. Stops the clock with 4:36 left.
To your point, Paul, I mean, think about a guy like Martinez who, coming into 2023, he was a high-profile guy. And,
definitely.
And Pieper just has so many weapons across the board.
But it would be so good to get him going over the last 3 games of the regular season.
I agree.
That's Hamilton on the carry.
Handoff number 1, Hamilton.
Incidentally, Liberty Hill, they've extended their lead against Lockhart 49-33. They're lighting up the scoreboard up there in Liberty Hill, Texas.
A lot of offensive firepower in that one.
Right.
You know, I'll probably get a chance to tell you this again before the game's over, but I have so much enjoyed working with you tonight, Bill. It's been an absolute pleasure. And we've got such a big ball game coming up a week from tonight on the road at Veterans Memorial. That is going to rock.
Yeah, well, right back at you, Paul. I appreciate keeping Joey's seat warm.
Joey is a good guy. We like Joey a great deal. And we had the attempted field goal, but we first had a timeout called by the Warriors. So that'll stop it with 3:48 remaining.
You're not just saying that because Joey's a Bobcat, are you?
That's one of the reasons I like him. But heck, man, that's one of the reasons I like you, right? Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right, you know what? As they say, no time like the present. Tonight's Warriors offensive and defensive players of the game. Offensively, the quarterback, Jake South, 4 touchdown passes, 2 rushing touchdowns. So he now has 24 TDs on the year. And let's see, he also has 6 rushing touchdowns. So just an outstanding effort by him. And this is what we're going to do on the defensive side. It's been a team effort, especially here in the second half. But getting Landon Ashpaw back off that knee injury, and he's played well tonight, that is critically important in terms of the Warriors' playoff aspirations. So we're going to have a field goal try. It's going to be a 25-yard attempt by Miranda. It's on its way, but it's no good. It's wide to the left. So with that, the score will stay at 39-10.
Cedar Creek, something they can feel good about there. The defense go to the far sideline, pitch a shutout on that drive. But Pieper did a nice job of moving the football down the field with, you know, a guy who's listed 3rd on the depth chart for quarterbacks.
Well, as a matter of fact, his number wasn't on the roster going into this game. So we had to do a little instant research there, thanks to our excellent spotter, Keith Schmitz.
Yeah, nice job of moving the ball down the field, and something to build upon for some of those guys offensively who were on the previous drive.
Pass play coming right side, complete. Going to be a foot race, 20, 15, and knocked down at the 15-yard line. Long completion to number 80, and that's Roy Rose. And Roy Rose was the guy who had that outstanding effort on the interception when he came back and made that tackle.
Yeah, they're going to bring it back, Paul. There was a hold against Cedar Creek.
Grant Oling was the guy who made the tackle at the 15, but you're right, that'll wipe that out.
Yeah.
You know, I've been so impressed by the effort by Cedar Creek. Let's face it, at any level of football, including the NFL, man, you're 0-7. All of a sudden, this isn't a whole lot of fun, you know, and to come in here and fight the way they did tonight was extremely impressive.
You know what Cedar Creek can do, Coach Thomas and his staff and his team can do? They can look across the football field at this stadium tonight, because they're looking at a team that won 2 games last season. And what did Pieper do to get things rolling in 2023? So if they put in the work, the sweat equity, there's hope ahead.
Excellent point. There is always hope when you're playing the great game. Their quarterback, Orr, is going to be a tired young man, but he has played well. He'll chuck it again. Standing in his end zone, gets it away, and does a nice job of getting that ball out of traffic and out of trouble. The ostensible intended receiver was number 85, Brent Carter.
Yeah, good pressure there by Pieper. Not sure who that was that got into the backfield. I believe it was Edmund Castillo. Was able to beat his block and force Orr to throw an off-balance throw.
Castillo, the fine senior defensive end for the Warriors. Here's Orr, takes a low snap, Throws it deep, near side, over everybody's head. That stops the clock with 2:57 left.
Brent Carter, the sophomore receiver, broke off his route. Miscommunication there, and guess what? That's going to happen between a couple of sophomores. You know, that's what I mean, you know, or Carter we see there. If those guys keep leaning forward, right, putting in the work in the classroom, in the weight room, off season, because what Pieper's doing this season is not an accident, is not luck.
No, it's not.
3rd and 20.
Okay, so here we go on 3rd and 20. Orr throws a slant over the middle. Ball's deflective. It's up in the air. Interception almost made, but not quite by Grant Oling.
That's that old tip drill, right, Paul?
It
you
is.
Remember? Right. How many times did you do that at practice?
Way too many, I can tell you that.
4th down for the Eagles.
Our secondary coach, Bobby Smith, was a stickler for that.
Right.
And we were going to do it till we got it right. Eagle punter standing in his end zone, gets it away, and a fair catch is called for and made by Cash Lancaster. All right, so you're not supposed to look ahead, and now I'm going to look ahead. What do you think about this ball game coming up a week from tonight?
It looks like it's going to be a good one. It looks like it's going to be a Veterans Memorial team coming into next Friday with momentum.
They have some excellent players, and that will be a really interesting contrast in styles a week from tonight on the road. So the Warriors take over with 2:42 left. Running play coming right up the gut to the junior running back, Samuel Campos. Good to see him getting some PT.
As of next week, Pieper will be the only team in the district at 3-0.
Not bad for a school and a program who has seniors on the roster for the very first time.
It really is amazing, honestly.
Pass, far side, was it picked off? Let's see. Yes, it was. It's going to be intercepted. And that was Dylan Redmond, the sophomore corner for the Eagles, making the play as he picks off the young quarterback, number 23, Carter Nordsworthy.
Yeah, it looked like Redmond just read the eyes of the quarterback somewhat and then just got in front of the receiver and made a nice break on the ball and secured the ball. That old joke, there are a lot of guys playing cornerback because they can't play wide receiver. Well, he made a nice catch there.
Soft hands.
So again, you know, something else, an 88-mile drive back to Cedar Creek High School, another positive for a kid to think about.
But there's no reason for that bus to be a sullen one.
I don't think so. Through 23 minutes and 30 seconds of this game here, it was a 12-10 ball game.
Well, and Cedar Creek had two legitimate chances to take the lead going into halftime.
It did. And, you know, Coach Thomas, maybe some of our viewers are saying, you know, no such thing as moral victories. I don't know.
They could certainly take pride in their effort. It was outstanding. Orr comes to the near side under heavy pressure now and just gets it away. Incomplete. Intended for the tight end, Mason Thomas.
Pressure here in the second half. I think it's been one of the storylines is Pieper's defense running around, making plays.
Yeah, and you know, they're really deep in that defensive line. They play a three-man front, but they're legitimately too deep at each of those positions.
Yeah, it's so important, right? Because everybody's motor's fresh.
Orr flings it again. This one's going to be picked and returned inside the 20. That's Nathan Miles on the INT for the Pieper Warriors.
Yeah, he's just there. You know, he's back in coverage, right? He's reading the play in front of him, doesn't want anything, obviously, to go over the top, and he makes a nice break on the ball. What about the return?
He knew what to do with it, that's for sure.
Does Pieper have a new running back?
He showed no hesitation on that whatsoever. He was certainly willing.
Right, he was holding it high and tight.
5 points of pressure. That thing's not coming out. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, Coach Rogers might be saying, might have another running back in the stable.
Following the turnover, 3 receivers to the near side. Quarterback keep inside the 5 and into the end zone goes that guy, and we're going to see and hear more from him. A touchdown turned in by Carter Nordsworthy.
Yeah, nice fake there. Get the defense, get their eyes straying in the wrong direction, and clearly he has enough burst, enough athleticism to turn that into a score, untouched.
Nice job. And Miranda now on for the PAT. Stretching the holder, down cleanly, on its way, and good. And with that extends the lead to 46-10.
So riddle me this, Paul, and maybe you and I have already covered this territory, but think about the people not just here in the San Antonio metro area, but elsewhere in the district, elsewhere in the state, who are going to wake up in the morning or later tonight, they're going to look at the score and they're going to say, well, yeah, Pieper took care of Cedar Creek, but they don't know what we saw in the first half.
That score would not tell the story. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. True story. That drive, by the way, first of all, with that touchdown, Pieper now 20 of the 46 points have come off turnovers. We knew turnovers would be key tonight.
That was the story.
Get the drive numbers momentarily. Speaking of which, 1 play, 9 yards, 10 seconds. Nordsworthy 9 yards out.
All set up by the INT by Nathan Miles. That's Lopez handling the kickoff this time for the Warriors.
There's one of your pooch kicks, Paul.
Seen a lot of that this year from everybody.
College level? See it every Saturday?
No doubt.
I guess with college football, you can't say every Saturday anymore. You have to say Tuesday,
Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah. You know, I'm kind of ambivalent about that. I mean, I am a total football aficionado. I can't get enough of it. But there is part of me that says that when it's that available and you eliminate all scarcity, you eliminate some of the specialness of it. And also, I also think that Friday night should be reserved for high school football.
That last thing you said, I am 1,000,000% in agreement.
We'll play out the final minute and a half. Or wants to throw, why not? Got a man open over the middle in man coverage. That's a big gain all the way down to the 33-yard line, and they are not quitting. That was a really good job by R.J. Torres, the receiver, of getting inside that defender in man coverage.
And no doubt about it, and that has been his throw. Future opponents of Cedar Creek, take note.
Try to take away the inside throws. Clock now running again with 1:02 left. Orr rolls to his left, throws far sideline. Waiting for a signal there. It's incomplete. Intended receiver was number 85, Brent Carter.
Cedar Creek, by the way, will be hosting Tivy next week, then have a week off, and then at Veterans Memorial. Not an easy road ahead for Coach Thomas and his Eagles.
Not at all. The sophomore Isaiah Cancino checked into the ball game for the Eagles at running back. Orr rolls to his right, throws it into the end zone on the corner route, incomplete, intended there for Roy Rose.
Fourth down.
Final 14 seconds of the ball game.
You can get the first down here if you get it near the boundary and have an opportunity for a couple of throws into the end zone.
Yes, you could.
There we go.
Well, they try to get the quick out, but again, they've had trouble on that route all night long, and with that, the ball will turn over on downs, and we'll turn the page and close the book on this game as the Warriors will be able to kneel it out with 11 seconds left.
Tale of two halves.
Isn't that the truth?
Yeah,
this
really
was an 8-point ball game at halftime.
Yeah, and again, hate to belabor the point, but with 30 seconds to go in the first half, it was a 2-point game. But Pieper, as really good teams do, able to make adjustments, right the ship, coming out of the halftime locker room, stopped Cedar Creek, scored, did Pieper the first time they had the ball, and here we are.
Best formation in football, the victory formation, as they kneel it out. And after really getting a wake-up call in the first half, the Pieper Warriors pull away to a 46-10 victory over Cedar Creek. Okay, so a week from tonight, the Warriors continue district play with a critical game against San Antonio Veterans Memorial. That one will start at 7 p.m. here on the Warriors Sports Network. Bill, I want to thank you so much. So until then, along with my partner, Bill Culhane, and our spotter, Keith Schmitz, I'm Paul Alexander, bidding you good night from Warrior Coliseum.
Hey, I got another one for you. And just look at the hole in this line. You could drive a truck right through there. I mean, the refrigerator William Perry could get a first down there. But you know who's going to get their number called for this one? Yeah, that's right, Dr. Ferris. He's like a ligating linebacker. Boom, just like that. And that's why Ferris Orthodontics is going to get the MVP for this one.
Hey, buddy, got your glove?
Yep, I got it right here. You're coming, right?
Of course. I'll see you in 10 minutes.
Awesome.
Don't forget the you-know-whats.
Whether you're gearing up for a big project or a big game, GVTC has everything you need to stay connected.
What do you think?
They are going to love these.
From smart security and high-speed internet to TV and phone, GVTC provides cutting-edge technology for your home and business.
Thank you.
You made it. Hey, what is it? Whoa, jerseys!
deep roots in the community. We're committed to building a stronger, better, connected future for the areas we serve. Our GVTC Foundation's charitable support and industry-leading products help you stay connected to what matters most. GVTC, connecting you.